everybody. You guys got to move in. You're off screen. Welcome to Stay Fishy Friday. Sorry it's a couple minutes late. As you can see, Jerry hasn't shown up yet. So I was waiting on Jerry talking to these guys and lost track of time. And all of a sudden, no, Jerry's here. He's usually here 10 till. So I don't know. Just bracket up. I'm a couple minutes late, but for the last 2 Fridays in a row, I've stayed for hours extra. Okay, there you go. Today we have our community service guys with us. We got Marcus and David.
I do.
And, you know, on today's video, you met them. They helped us get the lighting in, the 4,000, the pipes up and everything. So let me know if you guys are hearing us and everything's fine, because Jerry's not here. He usually puts his phone on and I can see our live stream. I don't know if we're even, you know, am I talking to nothing? You know what I'm saying? So let us know. Have them jump in the big pool, the mermaid costume. You know what? I haven't even talked to you about that, but we have had men, including myself, in the mermaid costumes in the big pool.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. My son, and then Rod from Predatory Ponds, and then also Paul Cafaro from Florida. We are all in the mermaid outfits.
Wow.
So you guys can get in there, you know.
Maybe.
It's a fun way to spend your community service day.
Find it, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to take you up on
All right,
that.
Monster Fishy says, we hear you loud and clear, Rich. Thank you for that. Sebastian says, we hear you nice and well, but we miss Reaper sitting next to you. That's Jerry. Reaper don't sit here. Jerry is Reaper's daddy. All right, just to let out the night. That was the end of my first drink.
Macy.
I've got 3 more over here. 1, 2, and then 3. I am all prepared for you guys. I am ready for tonight. And I can do this because, well, I'll let you know in the Tracy update, I have no responsibilities this whole weekend. I can get effed up if I want. What is the drinking word? What do you guys, let's pick out a drinking word. Something funny. You know, they say it. I say it.
Skadoosh.
Everybody has to drink.
Skadoosh.
Yeah, I'll let you pick. I already said bubbles, but I don't know if that
Bubbles?
was a good one. But
So you can pick scrotum. I mean, whatever you want.
skadoosh or scrotum? I don't know. Scrotum kind of
Scrotum's funny.
It's a funny one.
Lorenz Corthot. He says,
Skadoosh.
mostly drink a normal beer
Skadoosh.
percent, but at home I
Skadoosh.
mostly drink Chape, and this moment I'm drinking a Dutch beer called DE Magistrate. Okay.
I heard of that.
Motorboat. Skadoosh.
Motorboat.
Sebastian says, what is the weight update? 268. I have now officially lost 72 pounds.
That's a lot of weight, man. Good job.
Oh, you know what? I know what today's drinking word is. Remember last week it was Marion after our night nurse? I told Latrice today, or a couple days ago, that we were going to honor her on Friday. So Latrice is the drinking word. This is our daytime nurse that's here 5 days a week, here all day long. So it is Latrice. Latrice. Drink up.
To Latrice.
Nate says the drinking word should be Jerry, because, you know, everyone will be expecting, asking where he's at tonight.
Jerry.
Dilly says, congratulations on the weight loss. Well, thank you. Max Payne says, where can I get the 2026 mermaid calendar? We haven't made one, but, you know, that sounds like a lot of fun to do.
Yeah,
Summerlee says, hi, Rich and guests. Hi. AJ Abalatka, which is Raheem, says, congratulations on the weight loss, guys. Thank you. Let's get wasted, Fishy fan from Monster Fishing. There you go. Latrice. Let me message her so that she watches tonight. Get off of this. Get back to here. And go to Latrice. There we go. Go to YouTube and watch our live stream right now. It's happening. You are our guest of honor. We are drinking to your name constantly.
Jerry's pushing the call help button in the basement. Go pick him up.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny. Can you
Somebody better check on Jerry. He's always here.
Oh, I'll go check on it.
Thank you. Look, okay, look in the basement, look on the back deck, look in the kitchen. That's the only 3 places he visits.
Oh, we got no new trees.
Latrice, everybody, drink up. Oh, you gotta move over just another couple inches. There you go. Now you need to be centering the screen, so let me move this way. Now you come back towards me a bit. That should do it right there. Monster Fishy says, "Where is Jerry? Is he smoking weed? He got frizzled. You know what? He did his gummies today, and he's out back toking. Last I knew, and I said, when the live stream starts, he's like, I'll be there. We haven't seen hide nor hair from him."
Jerry on that hot date tonight.
Look at Raheem. Latrice. I can't even keep up. I'm just drinking. Here you
Killing me,
go.
man.
See, I told you it'd be a fun time.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Now, would you like to do a shout out to your uncle?
I would like to shout out my Uncle Barry. Happy birthday. Have a good birthday on Sunday. Miss you.
Happy birthday, Barry, from Big Rich. Tell him the story of what happened. You're here for community service.
Yeah, I'm here for community service.
You didn't have no clue who I was.
Not a single clue, and his name was on the paper. I called, I looked up videos, I saw everything, and I was like, dude, this is a super cool place. I saw his ponds, all the fish, and he's super cool, chill guy. Super cool.
And then you wake up.
And my Aunt Jenny texted me and goes, hey, Uncle Barry saw you on his favorite YouTube channel. And I was like, what?
His
What are you
favorite
talking
YouTube
about?
channel?
What are you talking about? And sure
Yeah,
enough,
it's
you
crazy.
posted us on your YouTube. So
Today's
cool.
video had these guys in there. Marcus, I was like trying to tell him where to run the wire, and he had already done it, just like we did on the other side. Very competent, very in charge. And I'm like, you already did it, Marcus. You're amazing. It's awesome. And then, they got the lighting up, and we did all this. And his uncle had been watching from Florida and saw his nephew on his favorite channel.
Wow.
So he had to, call and blah, 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 and this and that. So that's why the shout out to his uncle tonight.
Yep.
Happy
Birthday, Uncle Barry.
Happy birthday, Uncle Barry.
Jerry said he's coming. He's getting ready. Keep your seat
So-
warm.
So here's the thing. When he gets here and he has to do some work around here, he's like, and then, he finds out I'm kind of like a little bit famous, like semi famous. And he's like, well, I didn't even know. My uncle's you're his favorite channel. That was so great. I'm like, yeah, I can't walk into any pet store around. Everybody knows me and come running up to me. But I go anywhere else and no one knows me. I'm not famous at all.
That's funny.
But in the fish world,
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows you.
everybody knows your name. Yeah. Oh, look at everybody else. Harley Gem. Happy birthday, Uncle Barry.
Send that love to Uncle Barry on his birthday.
James McNally says, "Who's your new friends with the gray jumpers?"
Jerry is just pre-gaming.
Yeah, he's stuck on free gaming. I don't think he'll be here.
Did you find Jerry?
Yeah, he's good. He's just getting ready. He said he's coming. Keep his seat warm.
Barb Stevens says, "Hell yeah, you're famous. I'd recognize you anywhere." Harley Gem, famous in certain circles. That's what I'm saying. In the pet industry, in the fish world, everyone knows me. But I can go to like Ponderosa and no one comes over and asks me for an autograph. Every once in a while, like Walmart, I'll be doing my whole shopping and I'm there for an hour. One person will come up to me, "You're Big Rich." I'm like, "Yeah, I am." I give him an autograph or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't miss that hairdo. Let me pull some out from the reserves. Get back here. Someone says,
Guinness World Book record hair right there.
"You just found out today."
Hey, I did not brag about it.
James McNally says, "Did you get your Ohio brand back from the Canadian?" No, we have not. We may have to change our name. So we're looking into ohiofishrescue.org.net. All of them are open. But .com is gone. Someone else bought it. So, we're stuck in there. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do what we can. We're trying,
Keep your seat.
What's up, Jerry?
I mean, originally I wanted to be Monster Fish Rescue, not based on just Ohio, but throughout the United States, because I've driven all the way to California and back. And, monsterfishrescue.com is taken by some dude that used to run a small little thing, and he won't sell it to me. I asked him one time, and he said he'll take $3,000, and I'm like, no, I'll give you as much as like $800 or something like that. It's just a name, bro. And then I saw him like 2 years later. I'm like, you ready to talk serious about selling that name? He goes, yeah, $10,000. I'm like, dude, you don't go up and you're supposed to meet me towards my price. And then we got into it, and I'm like, you're just ignorant. There's no reason to even deal with you. I'm never going to get the name. So he buys and pays for Monster Fish Rescue every year so that I don't get it. He doesn't run a rescue or nothing, and he won't sell it to me. And I offered him $800. It's ridiculous. So get that volume down. So, anyways, it's Ohio Fish Rescue. Josh told me to look for OH Fish Rescue, which stands for Ohio. But we're so well known, I don't want to change our name to OH Fish Rescue, which is open. I can buy it, no problem, So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Stephen Budlight says, all through the 5 boroughs in New York, Big Rich is known. Forget about it. Love you, Stephen. We still got hit. What?
That's my uncle.
Where?
Right there. Barry Zane.
Oh, that's your uncle?
Yeah.
He says, love the show, Rich. For my birthday, make Marcus swim in the monster pie dress as a mermaid.
Come on.
You're the next mermaid. Yes.
Got you.
Your nephew is awesome. He's very on the ball. I don't have to explain things twice to him. He helps out around here. He's doing good. You should be proud of him. I am. He's a great guy.
Make him at least.
Now his buddy, not so much. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're okay. You're all good in my books. Make him at least wear the blonde wig.
The blonde.
Oh, you're going to have to.
I gotta have the blonde.
I'm just saying, if you're wearing the blonde wig and the mermaid outfit, you might have Big Rich hitting on you. Oh, you're going to have the coconut, bro.
Come on, man. Can't be doing me like
Your
that.
uncle said so. You have to do it now.
All right.
It's a birthday wig.
His birthday Sunday. I'm here Sunday, so we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
We'll see
We're
what
gonna
we can
get you.
do.
We're gonna get him in the birthday mermaid outfit for you. What was his name?
Barry.
Thank you, Uncle Barry. Oh yeah, Barry Zane.
Yep.
Will you stop breathing like that? Are you okay? Do you need the
I
hospital?
will be in living it. Yes.
Okay.
You got a lot of
People are like, Jerry's back there pre-gaming. I'm like, no, I think he's just too far gone. He ain't gonna make it to the show today.
And I try to throw you under the bus.
Oh, you want to throw me under the bus?
Damn right.
Listen, son, you got a better chance of seeing God.
I don't know. That flood in the living room today.
Oh, that wasn't my fault.
Oh, wasn't my fault either.
Okay, here's the deal. We're sitting there. I got my community service and me. What else can we do? I have I think it's a 55-gallon or 40-gallon boat front.
Yeah, 43.
43, something like that. Some weird shape. But it's a boat front tank. It's been sitting in the front on its stand for like a while. I made a bubble wall for it. I showed Marcus how I made the bubble wall and bent it and this and that. We start filling it with water. We get it about 3/4 way full, and the bubble wall's kicking ass. Everything's going good. And all of a sudden, snap, the bottom glass cracks all the way across. Water starts pissing out onto my Mike Tyson carpeting. So I'm like, guys, run, go to the fish room, get the shot back, And they came back, well, actually, I said, go to the fish room, get the shot back. And Jerry's like, oh, the other guy's already got it. I'm like, no, you go to, you got to get the hose and the shot back. It's 2 different things. So
It was a shit show.
it was a shit show. But we contained it within a 6-foot section.
Yeah.
As it was pissing out under the tank, we grabbed one of the empty tanks I have that I give away to kids, and I set it there, and it's pissing out and going into this tank. I took the shot back. They turned it on. That was Jerry's idea. Great idea. I'm vacuuming up the carpet as it's getting wet, and I kept it contained within like this 6-foot area. No other carpet got wet. So it was a good thing. And then, next thing you know, we got it empty. Now I don't have a 60-gallon bow front fish tank no more. But I do have a brand new reptile bow front tank.
In the meantime, I'm standing there in the window of the kitchen with a big smile on my face. Rich just pulled a Jerry.
No, Jerry's never broke a tank. This tank broke because, we're filling a used tank on a used stand, blah, blah, blah. And it just didn't have enough oomph to go. So
I want to double check if that wasn't a reptile tank to begin with.
it may have been. That's the thing with working, used. Seriously, that's the thing with dealing with used fish tanks that we get in. We don't know if they're going to hold. We just fill them. All of a sudden, boom,
So get up to the table here.
Raheem says, Mary Zane, how are you? Your uncle's still in the conversation, son. He told me, he goes, I don't know if I can stay for the live stream. I got my girlfriend. I'm like, what's his name? He goes, her name is. And how old's your kid?
She is 6 months old now.
Adorable. You showed me pictures.
Yeah, 6 months
And
old.
your wife's very proud of you.
Yes, she is. Thank you.
See, I saw that. I picked up on that, when I talked to her. Yeah, of course I'm going to talk to my community services wife, We'll make sure they're on the up and up over here,
She does. Yep. She does me right.
Bandit Fishing says, Rich, how's the Camaro doing? Fish keeping Camaro owner, drag racer here from the UK. Oh, awesome. The Camaro's up for the winter. I was talking to them about it and showed them the 1,000 horse of nitrous, the alcohol injector Hillborn hat, and the trunk and all the neons and all that. I was showing them tonight and talking about it. And, it's just sitting there looking pretty until the next time I want to put race fuel in it and take her for a drive. He's got 1,800 hours of community service. So he's going to be here come summertime. He's going to hear the beast start up.
I'm going to drive the beast.
Oh, I don't think so.
All right. I have to try,
Harley Jim said, what kind of reptile are you getting for that bow front now?
That I don't know.
Harley, that bow front just got $20 more expensive because it's officially broken by Rich.
Oh my God. Hens Munaki says, hey, Big Rich, you going to feed Jerry to the fish when he dies? I think that's his will.
That's my will.
He wants to be cremated and then pour his ashes over the fish.
No, actually freeze dried and flaked out.
Freeze dried and flaked out.
It's on my will. I wrote it in.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my thing. If Jerry passes and he's sitting there and, I'm supposed to cremate him or whatever, I'm just going to let him sit out in the freeze, let him get cold, and I'm going to take a potato peeler and give pieces, and I'm going to start feeding the fish. Oh, Bob Taylor says 1,800 hours. How many hours did you actually get?
200.
200. Now, what was that for?
Total of 500 hours, but
200 left.
200 left is what we have.
You've done 300 hours somewhere else?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Why would you have not come here first?
Because we had to do it through the city of Parma first.
Oh,
Thanks, Monster Fishing. He's right. Jerry ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Jerry's going to be fish food. If you feed Jerry to the fish, will the fish get stoned? Probably.
So I'm getting the vibe. Jerry's here a little stoner, huh?
Oh, Jerry's a stoner. On today's video, I'm sorry, guys. On today's video, I happened to look up and Jerry's sitting in the kitchen, so I'm going to throw him under the bus. I'm like, yeah, there's Jerry doing what he normally does, sitting there in the kitchen. If he ain't sitting there, he's sitting on the back deck, smoking his cigars. So now Jerry's like, oh, I'm going to get you for that. He's going to throw me under the bus. I'm like, it's all good, fair play, Jerry. It's cool. what you don't know is he was just outside doing water changes, and during the emptying of the 540-gallon tank, he came in and sat down and took a break. And he was going right back out afterwards. So I caught him at that point and I threw him under the bus. Nick Hy-Vee says, Jerry is my spirit animal.
James McNally says you'll clog the filtration with his ashes.
Yeah, but just imagine how stoned the fish will be.
And
Just imagine how
it
stoned
probably worked better than a banana.
Oh, it'll definitely work better.
I can guarantee you the fish are going to get stoned when they eat me. They're going to have a party.
On residual fucking residue.
Damn right.
Sebastian says, we don't ask what they're doing community service for. All are good people. Are you willing to tell the story?
Not really. We're all good people here. At this point, I'm no longer doing community service.
did-
I'm just here.
They did something and they didn't get away with it and it did not pan out and they never even left. I don't understand how they got charged all these hours. You know what I'm saying?
It was a
That's what happens when you
stupid
bitch
mistake.
slap a badge.
Yeah, you can't bitch slap a man. You got to be like, yes, sir, no, sir.
Yeah. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
It
Bobby
wasn't anything
Bruner's talking
serious.
about those Viejas
No,
breeding already.
I actually like Parma. They gave you excessive hours for no reason, but you get to do them here.
Yeah.
Dude, which is crazy. Which is crazy.
And Bobby Bruner said you got some of those Viejas cichlids from us.
Yeah.
Right, he said they're breeding.
He said they're already breeding, yeah.
Well, they're trying in that 1,000, but they got competition.
Raheem says, Rich, today's video is awesome. Well, thank you. I got a lot done, and somebody actually watched or videoed me working, which is Reaper, which I don't normally do, and I'm running around all day with like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to do all the work, and then community service shows up, so I try and keep them busy while I'm doing work, and I'm trying to get this and that and blah 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 and all this and happen, and I never video me working, and then all of you guys are like, well, not you guys, but most of the people on the internet are like, Rich, sit your fat ass down and let Josh take over. He does all the work. I'm like, you don't even understand. I'm working for 6 hours a day out there trying to make sure that Josh don't have work to do when he gets here, so he can spend more time with his family. Oh my God, it killed me. Cameron Foster says, you still hold the record for the world's longest mullet, Big Rich?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think it's been broken yet.
It hasn't been broken yet,
But
but I was only on, I think it was 2023.
Yeah.
Somebody else got the record for 2024 and then 2025, but not longer than mine.
Well, you weren't competing, though, either.
I did compete, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they got it for that year, but not all-time bestest.
Well, you probably lost about 8 to 10 inches of it since then.
From that, well, I lost
thing
8 or
to
10 inches
burn,
from that fire
The
that I was
fire,
in.
Yeah.
And then also I lost another 4 inches or so. And when that air blower sucked my hair into its
Yeah, that
carburetor.
gas turbo,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, here, let me show you a picture. This is me when I won that thing. I go back out of here. I go up here. Camera goes down to the bottom. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, ain't there. Let me go out of here. Let me go to. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's up here. I know it is.
But he said you should have painted all the pipes and bought loose.
I
Right.
agree with that
No,
comment because I was painting those pipes, and as I was painting those
But
pipes,
this-
I was like, why the hell hasn't this jackass
this
just
place
painted them before he
runs
put them back
better.
in?
Did you just call me a
Yeah,
jackass?
that's what I was thinking the whole time, man.
Look at that.
This place runs better with the horse behind the cart instead of in front of it. That's just the way it
Jesus.
works.
And that's when you want it?
Yeah. Did you say Jesus, dude?
Yeah.
You
That's crazy.
want to see it?
Yeah,
Come over
yeah,
look.
I see it. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, you did lose a lot of it.
I lost a lot of it. Fucking shit happens. That's okay. I've got this burn spot left in my arm from the fire I was in, and which singed all my hair. And then the next thing was that
Hey, your mods are,
backpack air blower. You
your
know,
mods
sucked
are
it in.
catching up with you here. Sue Ann says she got here just in time for the Tracy update.
Now we got 3 more minutes till the Tracy update.
Good one, Jerry. What'd I do now, Esquez? I'm gonna
So
miss-
Rich
Bob
needs to
Taylor
get
says
in
a
to do that
memorable
one at the time.
community service person was our former mayor. Great, long, stupid story. I had a community service person that was your former mayor. Let me know. I want to know more about it.
That's curious, yeah. Sounds like a long, stupid story.
James now says, I'd rather do time at Ohio Fish Rescue than sit in prison or scared of dropping the soap in a communal shower.
100%, James. 100%.
Yeah, Rich
Barb
does-
Stevens says, Latrice, drink up.
Shit.
you know what Rich does? First thing when he meets these community service people, he threatens them by telling them he'll put me in charge of them.
I do that. I do
And
that.
he's a grumpy old man.
You want to work with me or you want to work with the grumpy old man?
Yeah, I got an old F6 that's been sitting for a week that needs a little help. Clean this out if you can keep your gag reflex down.
I don't even want to know about that.
We haven't got into any fun here yet.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. My gag reflex, man. That'd be coming up real quick.
Oh yeah, Josh, have your pull.
He said earlier, you know, he's going to go call his girlfriend. I'm like, what's his name? He's like, her name is.
Yeah, like this guy. I told him the first day.
Yeah, that's twice for that story. See how many more times it pops up.
Bob Taylor says, the former mayor of our California city can't be more specific. Best community service dude ever. Oh, he's doing community service in California? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought you meant somebody that was here was your recent mayor. You know, I'm like, I need to know a name.
Be kind of like having Jesse Ventura show up for community service.
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what the best community service I had was? I grew up in North Royalton, right?
Yeah.
My dad threw me out at 15. I went to Florida for a few years. I made myself back from Florida, and then I got with all the strippers back in the day, and then I got with Tracy. Okay. And then, I started raising a family, and I spent 25 years in Cleveland. Now I've been out here for like 10 years or so. And, everything's going good, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But, okay, what was I telling the story for? I forgot.
Best community service person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now I get a message on my community service, and I get a thing, and it says Glenn Mayer. I'm like, there ain't no way this is Glenn Mayer that I grew up with in North Royalton. He was like 16 and the toughest dude in the neighborhood, and I moved it back in, and and he had my little brother by his neck up against the Lawson's store wall. And I went over there and I grabbed him by his hair and yanked him off of my little brother. And next thing you know, I'm the next contender for the baddest in North Royalton, because this dude has already been the baddest dude around there, So, next thing you know, me and Glenn hit it off, and we're partying, we're drinking, we're hanging out together, this and that. And that's back when I used to smoke and stuff. Not smoke cigarettes, but weed. And, we had a couple years of a good time, and I finished school and moved on and blah, blah, blah. And now, now I'm here and I get a thing that says Glenn Mayer. I'm like, there's no way that Glenn Mayer from my childhood is going to be for community service. And so I wait, and I'm expecting some older guy to show up that just named Glenn Mayer. No, it turns out it's Glenn Mayer, my buddy back when I was in school, way back then. And this is like, I graduated in 81. So this was 79, 80. I hung out with Glenn Mayer. That's 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2015, or 20. That's like 50 years ago, 45 years ago, something like that. And yet, sure enough, it was my old buddy Glenn Mayer had to do community service here. And I'm laughing my ass off the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling him what to do and how to do it. I'm like, you got to listen to me. Shut up. Just do it. He was like, you motherfucker. It was the funnest community service I ever did. It was so great. It was so great.
I hate to break the shuckles, but it's time for the Tracy update.
Yes, we're 2 minutes late for the Tracy update. Let's go. Can you put on there the time of the Tracy update? I'm going to pause this talking here, and we'll get back to the talking when we get done with the Tracy update. Okay. Now, here this week, you know how great Tracy's been doing for the last few weeks. It's been so easy to take care of her. She's been so aware. She's been so doing good. And, you know, I'm talking to her, and I swear to God, for like 3 days straight, I have got her blinking to, I'm asking her questions, and I'm telling her I had to learn to wait like a 3-second wait between. I ask her a question and tell her yes means multiple blinks. No means don't blink at all. And I swear to God, for them 3 days, she was there blinking multiple times. And I even brought the nurse over, and I'm showing her and I'm asking her questions. As long as I slowed down to, you know, a few minutes lag, she was answering these. I swear to God, she was on it and she was answering. Then all of a sudden she got sick out of nowhere. The next day she had a high temperature of 102. She had, her breathing was up to 44, which is stressing. She's breathing like, you know, and you'll get tired of that. You can't do that for 2-3 days straight. You know, you will get tired. So I call the doctor. They give us erythromycin as a antibiotic, and I give it to Tracy. And instantly her breathing went from 44 down to like 35. Her heart rate was up into the like 140. It went down to 90s, which normally it's in the 70s, and at nighttime it's in the 50s. So it brought her down. She's doing better with this antibiotics. We're doing better. Next thing you know, it's getting worse. So the doctor sent a guy out to put in a catheter, and because the nurse said her bladder was feeling hard. So then we had a little thing, because I know Tracy, and if you guys have ever heard the story before, Tracy does not want a male doctor at all, right? And I took her to like Cleveland Clinic, and she said, you know, no male doctor. And the male doctor came in and started to remove her gown. And little Tracy punched him right in the dick. I'm like, what the? She goes, I said no men. And this doctor, he coiled over and he walked out of the room. We've never seen him again. He left, right? I'm like, Tracy, you can't do that. So, I told them no males, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn. So I know that it's for Tracy what she wants. When they called this in, that she needs to get a catheter in, that this guy can't do it. So, you know, me and Latrice worked it out to where Latrice is going to do it. The guy can stand behind the curtain. That's fine. All I know is I'm sticking up for Tracy's values, what she wants. And it's good, you know. So we do that. Latrice gets the catheter in. I tell her how proud I am of her, you know, this and that. And she's doing great. And we move on. And the guy puts a thing in her arm and withdraws blood. And then he takes from the catheter into her bladder. He takes some urine out of that junction point where it goes to the bag. So everything's great. And then the next day, which was today, she started heading bad again. She went from 44 heartbeat up to, or breaths per minute, up to like 56. And then an hour later, she was at 60. She's stressing really bad. And we don't know what to do to stop it. Her heart rate was still in the 90s, and her temperature was gone now. She was back to 98. So we had to call in 911. Tracy left here tonight and went to the Medina Emergency Care. And then after an hour there, they sent her to Medina Hospital, Cleveland Clinic. So as soon as I get off the show, I get to call her and find out what's going on. They took blood, they took urine, they did all this, and that they're going to be, you know, instantly, instead of 3 days, now they're going to instantly know the results. They are taking care of her, and they said they got the temperature down from 103 down to 99 right now. So she's doing better. but she's still breathing. Very stressful. So
A little bit.
it's okay. Just follow along. You'll be fine. If you get stressed at all, just think of your man.
I ain't got a man, dude.
What's his name?
Her name.
Her name.
Her name.
What's her name?
Macy.
Hi, Macy. You see how I mess with them at work? So, anyways, now I've got the entire weekend open. Because she's going to be there for a couple days. I don't know what to do with myself, but I have community service coming at noon tomorrow, and you're coming tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be coming for a couple
And you'll be
hours.
tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah,
Coming
12
Sunday.
to 5, and then Sunday 12 to 5.
I
Okay.
guess I gotta put on a mermaid outfit for my uncle on Sunday.
You gotta do it.
So there's some other stuff in the pond that needs done too.
So James McNally says, "Is Tracy not in your house tonight?" No, the nurses have all been called off. Tracy is at the hospital. She's under their care now. She's not here. I have the whole weekend open. I can get fucked up if I want. Loren says, Big Rich, don't be cruel to the new volunteer. That's my job.
That's not his job. You're signing my paper.
I signed his paper.
Yeah, like,
Monster Fishy says, "What's up with the fish rescue Reaper's doing?" I don't know which one you're talking about, but he's going Saturday, tomorrow. Which no. Here's the problem. I drove the OFR van today up to the bank and Home Depot, and on the way home, I went to stop for a stoplight, and my pedal went all the way to the floor, and I did not stop. I had to turn the wheel, go up through the mall grass and all that around all this traffic. I could not stop. I'm downshifting. I'm down in the first gear, and I'm still, going through this grass and trees and all this stuff. And I idled it through the mall parking lot all the way around. And then I came out by Jimmy John's, and I turned right there, and I only have like maybe 200 feet to go to my street. And there was traffic and this and that, and I waited, and then I gave it gas and I went. Now I've got my hazards on, and some asshole's on my ass. Well, I can't stop. There's no brakes whatsoever. I can slow down with downshifting. Well, come to the red light. The guy in front of me, instead of going through it, he stopped abruptly. So now I have to stop. And I look to the right and left. There's no place for me to go. I had to put it in neutral, rev it up, put it in reverse, and my back tires went, and as soon as I came to a stop, I put it back in neutral. I'm sitting still. That's how I stopped. My heart's going thump, 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 thump. This is supposed to be the Tracy update, and I'm telling you other stories. So this is how I came back to Tracy. So now the light turned green, the car took off, I turned right on my road, and now my road has a big downhill and then an uphill. And I'm thinking to myself, as long as there's no traffic in front of me, whatever speed I gain downhill, it'll slow down uphill. We're good. And I did that. Boom, come up, and right at the top, I hit the stop sign. I could stop. I ran the stop sign as like a slow walkthrough, turned right onto my street, and then I'm on the phone with Marcus. He calls me, and he goes, "Oh, I see you." I'm like, "Dude, get out of the driveway." He's standing in the middle of the driveway. I'm like, "Dude, get out of the driveway." And he don't move. I'm like, "Dude, get out of the driveway. I have no brakes." And I turn into the driveway, and he goes running.
I didn't want to become a hoarder ornament today, man. Like,
So I get all the way down the driveway, and at the very end, where I'm going to hit the gate, I pulled off into the snow. So there's my van. Reaper can't drive it tomorrow. There is no brakes whatsoever. Pedal went to the floor. It's crazy. So for like 4 hours, I was like, thump, 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 thump. My adrenaline was up. I'm shaking, It was crazy.
great way to start community service today.
The Vasquez family says, "Thank you guys for helping, Big Ridge."
Yeah, gotta help. Thank you. Thank us.
Where did it go?
Oh, Dave can switch. Yeah, Dave, get in here. Someone said no room for the other guest.
No, you can switch off.
We gotta
No,
get
he
out.
can still talk from the sidelines. You go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's fine. I mean, yeah, we gotta get out
We
here
can
soon.
hear him, so you can talk here.
That's fine,
can
too.
switch for-
I'll switch for a minute, then we gotta get out of here, get some food, and got the baby to attend to, so.
Okay, let me go back to this. I know it's hard, but you gotta be strong. Keep your head up and get some sleep. That's what I figure. Everybody else like, you can wait your weekend. No, I got to be here tomorrow at noon because I got a bunch of people, like 5 people coming for community service. Same thing with Sunday. So I can't use the weekend for my benefit, but I can sleep. So I can get drunk, I can sleep tonight, and I can wake up and be on time for community service tomorrow. We'll get some stuff done. We're great. We're great. So I am going.
We're
Nate
gonna
even
get
said,
a lot done.
Rich said
That's all.
you should sleep for 12 hours. I'm like, I'm going to. Raheem says, I'm praying for Tracy. Thank you so much. Manny Davis says, all prayers to Tracy. Rich hopes she will be home soon. You know what? It's so weird for me not having her here. I can't walk by her and kiss her on her forehead. I can't walk by her and see her, watching me as I walk by, and I'm like, oh, you're watching me, honey. And, she's paying attention in her moments of clarity. I love telling her at her moments of clarity that, you have a granddaughter, you have a grandson now, you have, actually 2 granddaughters now because my oldest just had his baby. And it's so, watching her, it's like, you guys all know what it's like losing somebody. Well, I lost Tracy, but I got her back and she's still around, and it helps me get through the day. You know what I'm saying? It helps me not hate the world as much because she's still here, She's an amazing girl. And the things that she did when she was here turned around so amazingly. I mean, I divorced her for a reason, and now I can't wait for her to wake up so I can remarry her. She's just amazing.
I pray every day, feel every moment,
So, Tracy's gone. They came in, and, I tried telling them, you guys were here. I tried telling them how it's going to handle. They wanted to take her to Southwest. I'm like, no, we're Cleveland, Cleveland Clinic. We're Cleveland Clinic. That's the at-home, thing we're going through. They wanted to go to, Cleveland Clinic. Well, we can't go all the way to Medina. I'm like, I know. It's happened before. You're going to take her to Brunswick, Medina, urgent care, and then they're going to say that they can't handle her there, and they're going to send her to Medina.
Yeah,
This is how it's going to happen. I know. Just take her to urgent care in Medina or Brunswick. Don't take her to Southwest General in, Berea. So, that's what happened. And then they called me, oh, we can't handle, this and that. We got her, this and that. But now she's going to Medina. So she's doing that in the process while I'm doing the live stream. So she's getting at Medina. They're going to do their thing. Sorry, this is Joshy. Hey, what's up, buddy? They called you? She's at Medina. I'm repeating because I'm keeping the live stream along, informed. Go ahead. She came in with a fever. They got her down. They got her on IV antibiotics. That's what she needed. That's what my doctor said. Okay. It's not pneumonia. Okay. Well, the x-ray. Her left side always had the bottom quarter of her lung always looks like pneumonia, whether she's got it or not. And that's why it always came back what's it called? Not, it didn't come back with a constant, here's what's wrong with her. Because she's had that since she's been with me when she was 18, you know what I'm saying? The bottom quarter of her lung is cut off and everybody's like, oh, she's got pneumonia. No, look into her past records. It's always been there. So. Okay, did you tell them to call my number?
Thank you,
Again?
Tyler. Appreciate you.
Okay, thank you.
Prayers to the truth.
Is that a Laura? Is that a little Jimmy, James?
If you guys are gonna go, you
Or
guys-
Josh?
Yeah, no, we'll be.
I called him James. I'm sorry.
We gotta get
I
you-
meant JJ, and then somehow it came out James, so I changed it to Josh. I'm sorry. Hi, Laura. Grandpa loves you. Okay. Hi, Laura. Grandpa loves you.
It's off screen.
Aw, I love you,
Over there.
baby. I miss you. What?
Hey,
Gotta move your other hand.
grab a fish.
Yes, Grandpa's got suckers for you, sweetheart.
I
Of
knew
course.
Yeah, dude, I was too. That's why you kept asking me. I look uncomfortable, dude. I've never done this before.
What'd she say?
I'm trying to
And I
grab
don't even know how many people are watching.
Aw, sweetheart, thank you.
202.
Grandpa don't need your candy. You eat your candy,
Yeah.
okay, baby?
202 people.
I just love that little girl. She's so
I don't even know where
adorable.
to look for that.
Um,
Oh, on my thing.
Okay, thanks, Joshy.
yeah, so I was
Bye.
looking there for a while. So
And yes, guys,
it's 202.
it is the ringtone of PIMP
it.
for Joshy. Okay. Everybody's like, hello, Lauren, JJ. Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. She offered me some of her candy instead of asking me for, suckers. I'm like, oh, you keep your
That's
candy for
God's
you.
family. That's mean.
What? Oh, banana. You caused the biggest flood of the century in the fish room with that damn banana.
It's
I
the
want to
big,
know the banana story.
You'll find out one day off camera.
Jerry went to feed one of our turtles, which do eat bananas.
Okay.
The Fly River turtles do eat bananas. He fed him some bananas and this and that, and then he threw another piece in, and she kind of like bit it and then spit it out. And then he walked away and went in the house.
I
Here,
thought she had it, man. She bit it again.
here an hour later, this banana's floating. It gets caught in our overflow and plugs up the overflow. So our sump keeps, we got pumping water
Yeah.
coming in. Our sump keeps going up, and then it overflows, and then it's flooding the entire fish room. We had like 2 inches of water. I'd stand in it, my toes were underwater. I've never seen it flooded this bad before.
Yeah, Jerry, you're never gonna live.
So
that
no.
banana story down.
We don't know why. We don't understand why. We're not blaming nobody. We're cleaning it up. We're doing this and that. Josh was already home for the day. It was like 10 o'clock at night. He has to get dressed, come back over here. He has to get up at 7 o'clock because he's an engineer for the city of Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he comes over here at 10 o'clock at night, gets redressed, all this, and he comes in and he finds a banana in the tailpipe. I mean, the overflow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So then he's like, who the hell put a banana in the damn sump? And I'm like, I felt bad. I'm like, Jerry.
Jerry's like, oh,
So-
shit.
I'm going to get even with you for asking for
I'm
that.
sorry, Jerry. I just kept seeing all these damn bananas on the screen. I didn't know what the bananas were about, dude. And I'm sorry, man.
Nice to bring that back up, buddy.
I'm sorry. Now I know when I come Sunday, Jerry got one for me.
Hey, don't ever do that with the banana, because then you're gonna be screwed.
Yeah. Well, I know better. That's the thing.
Well, here's the thing.
Honestly,
Jerry
that's
went to
it.
sleep. He said, oh, it's flooded out there. And then he went to bed.
And you never know.
Then we find out it's Jerry's fault. And he's inside sleeping while me and Josh are out there for like 2 hours vacuuming water. Oh, Josh had a few things to say, and I didn't repeat them to Jerry.
Yeah, accidents happen. Though. You never know.
Shit happens all the
You
time.
didn't know you wasn't gonna eat it,
I couldn't help that, man. When I'm totally exhausted. I can't stand up on my feet anymore.
James McNally says, will you go and visit your grandchildren tomorrow? Of course. I'm definitely going over there tomorrow. Can Pacu eat sliced carrots? Yes, they will eat all of it. They are omnivores. They do eat vegetation and they do eat meat. So whatever you prepare for them, they are opportunistic feeders. They will eat anything. You put in a cherry tomato, they'll eat it. You put in a grape, they'll eat it. You put in noodles, spaghetti noodles, cooked with marinara sauce on them. They'll eat it.
Hey, I tell you, Hubert is notorious for not being able to tell the difference between a finger and a strawberry, and they both taste good.
Doopy says, Paco eats sliced anything.
Yeah, Pacu do.
Oh, Bob Taylor said, hoist one for Latrice. There, everybody. Latrice. She's our main nurse, daytime. Best nurse we got. Love her to death.
Shout out Latrice.
I never did hear what the drinking word was.
Latrice.
Oh, Latrice?
Yeah.
See, now this kind of thing upsets me. Crazy Cichlid says, without Josh, the rescue would not survive. He worked so hard. What a guy.
Lettuce.
Okay,
Not tomato.
I'd like to let that moniker stick, but Josh was down for 3 months when he got hit by a car and had 2 broken legs, and this rescue survived just fine because me and Jerry took over everything. I took over all the projects and got everything done and built projects while he was gone.
Hey, one of the first things Josh said to me is, "I'm going back. I'm going to whip this place back into shape again." And I says, "Is it really that bad that you got to whip it back into
Right now,
shape?"
we got all kinds of projects done while he was gone. We got,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the dog bone done. He didn't have no part in that. That dog bone was floated across the river, put up on the thing, you know.
Folks, we ain't whipping any damn right.
So without any one of us, the rescue wouldn't survive. I can't even say that because the other 2 would take up the extra.
I don't
So-
want that kind of person.
Just my couple days doing service here,
What are you doing?
I
Good
mean,
amount
I've
of
seen
stuff.
a lot of work and effort be put into this by a lot of people.
And you
It was
haven't seen
honest-
Josh.
No, Josh was just here. Dude.
But I'm saying you didn't see him working. You
No,
saw me
I've
working.
seen you guys working and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this. And it's
That's what I'm
honestly
saying.
insane. Like, it is crazy. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm saying,
literally,
too,
I
from
have no
like-
words to the stuff that goes on behind
Well,
the
I
scenes.
push
It is
myself to
insane.
my physical limit
Yeah.
around here, but I don't call it work. What I'm doing
This
out
is
there,
fun.
I'm just enjoying life.
Yeah,
Life
just from,
is just a series of experiences, and
Right.
with the fish, I've always got a new experience.
Right.
There's always something.
Barb Stefan says, Big Rich handles the rescue just fine. That's why they call him Big Rich. Ain't shit he can't do or handle. Well, thank you. But, you know, it is easier when I can't climb above this and get back in that little spot. Hey, Josh, you need to get back there and hit the reset.
Well, yeah, the banana story. I'm standing in 2 inches of water. I threw a siphon in real quick to get the sump to go down. Ran in the house and go, "Hey, Rick!"
He did. He
He
did.
goes out there, picks up the phone, and goes, "Hey, Josh!"
No. I'm going
to bed.
You went to bed. You had a hose running from the sump. I ran
Yeah.
a second hose from the sump.
Yeah, well, I needed
And got
a
it to where
second.
the second hose or the second pump or the sump was now starting to recede.
Yeah,
Now I call Josh. Okay, where is the overflow? Is it like directly across? Is it under the wet dry? Is it behind? I don't remember. I called Josh and told him, you know, something's happening. The thing is overflowing and it's not sucking out. So here's one thing I had. My idea was to go into the pool room where the water comes out, right? And I was going to take my air blower and blow into it and push everything back to see if the overflow was plugged. Then it would push it back and water would come shooting out, right? So Josh tells me it's from a white pipe coming from, you know, the other room, this and that. And it's pouring into the pool. Well, I see a white, you know, 1-inch PVC pipe and I'm like, okay, it's barely coming from there. All right, I got to blow this, you know. So I get on my hands and knees and I'm on my elbows because I got to hold the air blower and then I got to take the pipe at the end and put the air blower up to it and make a fitting with my hand. And I turn the air blower on full. And the tank behind me bubbles up and then splashes water out and soaks my whole back.
Oh no.
Here, this is the overflow for the 300-gallon the paddlefish are in, and I blew water back through and up onto myself. The overflow for the pool was like 15 feet further on a white pipe that the plants had covered and I didn't see. So I soaked myself. Now I'm pissed the fuck off. So I called Josh back. Where is the damn overflow? You sent me the wrong thing. I'm soaking wet. You know, blah blah blah. It was like a calamity. Colin Churchill says, "Cool seeing the tank lights get installed today. That was you guys.
Thank you.
Good job.
We're
Good job.
trying our best to help out, man.
Lloyd Wilkinson says, "You guys need to have a tripod and wheels when you go. No one to film you." Oh, got you. DT Knox says, "I wish that was on video. You wouldn't want to hear that. You can do it on you know, if it was, you know, bleeped out. Because I was like, son of a."
We're gonna head out of here. Gotta get some food. He has a baby that wants to see him, so We
And
gotta
a
get
husband.
back to that. Yeah, and a husband or something
My
like
wife.
that.
It's my
Thank you
wife.
for having us
Uncle
today.
Barry, if you're still in here, happy birthday.
Happy
We'll be
birthday,
in
Uncle
the
Barry.
mermaid outfit on Sunday swimming. I'm gonna check those boxes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Jerry.
Unless you
See
want
you
to
guys.
I don't know if
One of
you
you
want
guys
to-
tomorrow. One of you guys
Yeah,
Sunday.
they'll be here. We'll both be here Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll give
Stick it
you
over
a
by the
call
door
in the
there.
morning. I'll shoot you a text in the morning and let you know.
I got
Well,
you,
I'm coming
Jerry.
for
I
sure.
got you, Jerry.
Okay, Willie, just show up. I know you're coming.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Thank you.
You guys
All
have a
right,
good night
Jerry.
here on stream. Enjoy Big Rich and Jerry.
Colin Churchill says, "Peace out, workers."
I'll see you tomorrow.
Later, guys.
Yeah, take it easy.
Careful out there.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna get colder and snowier.
Let's do
man.
Taylor.
Taylor says, "You guys are the greatest. Adding this third guy, David, to your live stream has made it great."
That
Oh, look at
that's
you.
the other one of the three.
Yeah, that's the other flamingo boy.
He's
They didn't tell you. That's what they got busted for. Was trying to take a pink flamingo from the store, and they never even got out of the store. And now they have all these hundreds of hours of community service, and they didn't actually steal nothing. Never left the store. Monster Fishing says he said he's filming in the mermaid costume. Don't forget, we will not forget. That'll be Sunday's video, probably my Monday video. So I'll start videoing, and it'll be the end of the video because I have to put one out on Monday. Lorenz says the Three Stooges.
We can do some competition around here a couple of times.
Yeah, like who looks the best in a mermaid outfit? Was it Jerry? Was it Rich? Was it Josh?
Yeah.
Or was it Rodrigo? I think that picture of Rodrigo carrying Josh in his mermaid outfit with a blonde wig.
I don't know
Was
if
the
I saw the
cutest.
one with Josh. I saw him carrying Reaper. No, that was you carrying Reaper.
I carried Reaper, yeah.
Yeah.
Reaper did not make a good looking girl.
No.
It was a horrible mermaid.
I ought to get in there and take my shirt off. Look like one of the catfish already got me.
Okay, Bob the Piercer, I don't understand what you're saying. Says he just watched the video of us doing the return on the 4,000. How come you didn't put the return underneath the top supports? I don't know what you're talking about. The 4,000 has not been cut in for the returns yet. The 3,000 has a return, but it's above water because we have a tub sitting up there that we're pumping water up to, and it's pumping down and then going over the things and then to the other side of the tank.
I just got the 3 and the 4 mixed up. You're doing the return on the 4,000. He's wondering why you didn't run it underneath those top supports.
Well, we don't need to. Everything's good.
Well, we plan on using those top supports for carrying.
Yeah, we're gonna make these baby stingray holding trays in between out of netting and PVC pipe. So the tops will be covered with, this little baby holding area.
Won't have to take the babies out of their own water. Won't have to clean up after them near as much. The stuff
Lorenz
that
says,
through.
with the snow blizzard in the
Yeah,
USA,
yeah.
I think a Dame Blanche, don't know what that is, says vanilla ice. So I'm saying vanilla ice cream, bananas, chocolate, and whipped cream. Is that something? A Dame Blanche?
Banana split.
Well, that's got strawberries and pineapple and all that stuff. All right, so Harley Jim says Jerry in the pool would look like those skeletons that pop out of the treasure chest. Of course.
That's what I was just joking about, man. If I went out there and took my shirt off, my guts looked like I already got by a big catfish.
Crazy Cichlid says, "Hey, Rich, you and Mark seem to butt heads quite a lot. Is everything okay?" Yeah, I mean, he's just a stoner. So when I handed him the tape today, and then I handed him the piece of plastic, he just let them drop to his feet. And then later I walked at him. I'm like, "Mark, thanks for just throwing them on the floor." And he goes, "I didn't throw them on the floor." I'm like, "Dude, I handed them to you. Check the video." And in the video I put on there today, here, watch this. And then later on, he's like, "Yeah, check the video. I didn't take them from you." He got busted. He straight took them from my hand and he just dropped them to the floor. He got busted. Tyler Curtis says 180 and 78. Come on, everybody, hit the like button. Oh, okay, I got you. Barb Stevens says the Ray Nursery. Tyler Curtis says, please hit that like button. James McNally says, told Pacus. Okay. Monster Fishy says, damn. Colin Churchill says, was 15 degrees in Wisconsin today? Yeah, it's cold.
Huh.
Bob Taylor says, hitting the like button will not render you sterile. Hit the like button. Josh Thomas says, busted. Yes, he was busted. He straight took him out of my hand. Bob DePierce says, you guys going to be trouble with the snow if nobody shoveled yet? You had a lot of snow on the Reaper video. Okay, I have, hang on a second, I got something stuck here. Okay, I have Josh's father-in-law has, you know, a plow and all this. On bigger snows, he'll come over and he'll set the plow down by my gate and then back out of the driveway. So all we normally have to worry about is plowing from the driveway over to the door to give the nurses a place to park and walk to the door. Mudwater says, Big Rich, you should look into cell phone gimbals for filming. They hold your phone and move the phone around to film you. They're pretty cool. I have like 2 past ones that have just like screwed up on me. James McNally says, are pacus caught from the wild or are they bred in captivity? Anything you see at a pet store is bred from captivity for sure.
The Pacu, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, they're bred for food. But
Oh, they are. In their areas, they are bred for food. People eat them.
oh, they're delicious. Whether you people like it or not.
Summer Lee says, Latrice.
I don't eat pets. But I do like a good fish dinner once in a while.
Well, I do, but that's like, you know, pollock or cod or something like that. And it's flaky, beautiful fish, you know, things that have
So is
fishing.
Pacu.
Huh?
You can't tell the difference between Pacu and cod. Big flaky chunks are delicious.
I've ordered cod. I've never ordered pacu.
Well, you probably like Pacu anyway. It's a lot cheaper than cod. It's like you go and order abalone, and they take a cookie cutter, a piece of a squid fin, and call it abalone.
Barb Stevens says, I'm going to try and make a wish come true tonight. My birthday is February 8th, and I want to come see Big Rich so bad. I don't think I can handle the long ride, but I'd love to be there for my birthday. You're more than welcome. We have the bedroom open. The other couple left. The bedroom is open. You got your own bathroom in there. You get to sleep in Josh's old, dragon room. So you've got mirrors on the headboard. You've got TV to watch. You got dragons all over. The ceiling fan has got dragon wings on it. You know, you got your own $10,000 bathroom. You know, it's beautiful. All marble tile, marble floors, marble walls. It's beautiful in there. You're more than welcome to come stay the weekend.
And we have assist mechanisms out in the fish room now.
Oh yeah, while you're here, I will put you to work.
No, there's been a couple of people that have showed up that had trouble walking around, especially when we've got projects going. And
Yeah.
Jerry likes to leave hoses on the floor. But we've got walkers, and we don't really have a wheelchair, but
I do have a wheelchair extra.
Yeah, an electric one, yeah.
And then I also I have a regular push wheelchair extra.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a walker extra.
I know
So
you have a walker.
they come here, and if you have any problems, we have you. We got you covered. Okay, so
Thomas,
James says he's going to be here Saturday and Sunday. Great. Awesome. See you on the weekend, James. Brandon says, "Hey, Rich, is Brandon and it's Brandon and Leah. Is there any way we would be able to come back out for a little while? Well, I wouldn't be asking if it was an option. That's the couple just moved out. On the first, the other couple is moving out, and if you need their room for a little bit, we could do that.
Said no. Sorry.
Okay, so let me see.
Here.
Josh Thomas says, "What is the drinking word of the day?" And that would be Latrice, our main nurse. She handles everything. She handles the doctor. She handles the calls here and there. Blah blah blah. She's an amazing person. Look at this. Sue Ann says, "Rich, you should have Brittany paint a window on the wall in the dragon room and make it look like it's not the dungeon, because there's no window in the dragon room. It's wall to wall to wall, and you don't know if it's 12 midnight or 12 in the afternoon, because there's no light gets in that room. It's a dungeon."
Went over the cats last night.
Xanthi says, "Want your expert opinion? Got this 4-foot tank and stand with a mat underneath, and there is a gap at the back where it doesn't touch. Can't stick a credit card between. Is it Boeing? Is it full of water and then you can do that, or is it empty and you can do that? I don't know."
Which is mowing the stand or
Right. I mean, if it's full of water and you've got a space there, then it's Boeing from the water pressure. If it's empty and you got a space there, it's made that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Josh Thomas says, "I want to come visit soon from Sullivan, Missouri." Awesome. Lloyd Watkinson says, "When you run the PIP and the pup, the wood over, would you get a wheelchair over it?" Anything we have, we can run a wheelchair over. We haven't put out the other obstructions yet, but what we have now, you can run a wheelchair all the way through. Xanthi says, "Full of water." Okay, so yeah, it is Boeing, and you got to be careful with that. Either less water or make some supports, Mandy Davis says, "Your fish tank's looking awesome, Rich." Thank you, Mandy. I seen in this week's videos when Josh was cleaning the tank. Yeah, anytime we get into them big videos or the big tanks, if he cleans the inside, it gets dirtier that night, but then you wake up in the morning and it's cleaner and just so beautiful, Crazy Cichlid says, "Jerry, are you okay?" He's getting by. All right. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Ooh, I just felt cold air. Let's see how it's coming in. I got the storm windows on. It's closed, but my whole left arm got cold right there from that gust of air.
The wind shuffling around. It's coming from the northwest.
All right, Monster Fishing says, "What fish should I do for a 65-gallon? Any suggestions?" 65-gallon is a tank that looks amazing with guppies or zebra danios, that kind of stuff. Small community fish. You know what I'm saying? This one's for Jerry.
Oh, Bob the Piercer, $20. Thank you very much for a bag of weed for Jerry and some fish food.
Oh, thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay. Xanthi said, "Stan is going to waste my money, not risking a failed seam." Well, you are risking being that it's moving when you fill it with water, and you're basically relying on any residual silicone holding it together, where normally the silicone don't have to hold it together. The corners of the silicone are your most it takes all the weight as the corners, and there's more silicone in the corner where it goes up and turns. So the four corners hold it together. But if you've got something bowing out in the middle, you're just running on that little seam of silicone, and it's not holding. It's bowing and making things worse. So yeah, you need to turn that into a reptile tank.
Odds are it's the stand that's bowing.
How the hell can a stand bow?
A
It's
wooden
wood.
stand.
Yeah.
They get wet and then they dry out, and the wood warps
No, he said there's a credit card that he can put in the inside.
underneath.
That's the underneath.
Yeah.
When wood warps, it gets taller, it gets wider, it gets fatter. There would be no gap.
Okay, that the stand that's got the two small tanks on it out in the dining room warps this way.
Yes, it has a center section holding up between the doors,
Okay.
and the side is much more solid. The center has moved down, and it does warp that way.
That's what happens with those cheap wooden tanks, especially if they're made.
Oh,
out
is
of
that what you're
plywood.
saying?
Yeah.
There's a gap under it?
Yeah.
Are you talking there's a gap under it in the middle? The wood stand could have, gotten wet and then like just moved away from it. So let me know.
Get yourself a level or a nice straight edge and see which is actually doing the mowing. You either replace the stand. Cheap fast fix would be to put a sheet of styrofoam underneath it, and that'd fill it
And
up.
it'll level itself out. The
Yeah.
heavy parts will go down farther, and the lighter parts will take up the middle.
Yeah.
So like a 3/4 inch sheet of styrofoam, you put your tank on it, put it on the stand, and then you cut around it, and then it will take up everything you need.
You'll gain another 60% of your support that you lost. Not the whole thing, but you'll gain 60% of it back.
James McNally says, "How old is your rescue now? When you first started the business, I think it's 7, 8 years old. You've been here for
Don't ask
3,
me, I've only been here 3.
right? You've been here 3. When we got the name, I think it was 7, 8 years ago. But all right. So okay, we're done with the Tracy update.
I've been.
I just got I will get another call in a little bit of how she's doing. So I will relay that to you guys later in the video.
Yeah,
how
I don't
she's doing.
expect any overtime tonight.
There's no nurses coming all weekend. I
No,
get
but you're
to
gonna
sleep.
be taking care of, getting this, hooking up with Tracy and everybody at 8 o'clock.
Well, yeah, of course. But after that, I can go to sleep and sleep all
Oh
night.
yeah,
you know?
great. More power to you.
I had a little bit of like,
And I can sit in the kitchen and burn a great big fat blunt.
no, you can't.
Oh.
Raheem says, Team Tracy, Team Tracy, Team Tracy.
Yeah, that's.
I'll drink to that.
That's as good as saying Lucrece.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do here, ma'am. Team Tracy is always in drinking work. How's that?
Always, always.
Well, everybody gets sick once in a while.
We went way back. Russ Dingle says, I'm envious of Jerry. His best retirement. D. Vet says, Big Rich, my favorite celebrity. Aw, thank you.
I can stay busy. Don't call it work.
Bob the Pearson says, Jerry looks like he's been there 100 years. If Jerry was here 100 years, the place would be a lot wetter. I'm sorry. You're my dude. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He says, yeah, you threw me under the bus today.
Yeah, I was talking with somebody about it the other day that about 80% of my experience with fish is with other people's fish.
Yeah.
I've only been stable enough to have my own fish room a couple of times in my life. And then I was raising kids.
Josh Thomas says, do I need to set up an appointment to come visit? Yeah. Get a hold of go onto Facebook and go to Ohio Fish Rescue, not Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3. That is our forum to where we help people. But Ohio Fish Rescue is the main business page. And there you when you text Ohio Fish Rescue, you're talking to Josh directly. He'll set up the thing.
Nate.
Nate says I'll pull a Raheem.
And then Raheem responds
Yeah.
with the trees.
So many Team Tracy's. I can't drink with you guys.
Can't keep up.
You know, that was so cool that, you know, hang on a second.
Oh,
Hang on. So anyways, what was I saying? James now says you two should start a comedy roast show, double act grilling each other. Well, we kind of do that now. I caught you today sitting there eating lunch, and I'm like, that's Jerry doing what he always does. And I'm like, if he ain't sitting there, he's sitting on the back deck, you know, smoking a cigar.
Oh, I was standing there with a big smile on my face, enjoying the entertainment when you blew out that bow front.
Oh well, fuck you.
Hey,
in the nicest way.
grab
Fuck
the
you.
empty tank and put it in front there, catch it.
Yeah, he's telling me what to do. I'm like, get the shop vac, and they're running for the shop vac, and Jerry goes, hey Rich, grab one of those empty tanks and put it in front there. I'm like, good idea. And I run over and I grab the empty tank and I put it in front. It's pissing out the bottom of the tank and sticking out like 3 foot. As it got lower, it came in, so I had to move the tank in and stuff like that. But yeah, that saved me a lot of work because I was running the shop vac while it's pissing into a tank. And then at the end, I just shot back out that tank. Got all the water out. James McNally says, I agree they should do a live TikTok show and raise thousands for charity. How would we raise money? We don't get no money elsewhere. Yeah, I don't understand that.
We didn't get a $20 super chat.
We did get $20 today. But, you know, that's a Friday night live stream that you're there for 3 hours. You got $20.
Well, we don't like
You know?
to talk about the super chats. I mean, it's a guaranteed way to get your questions answered.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, that's what it's really
And that's what we're here for, to be helpful.
But if we say anything about it, then it sounds like we're begging.
Right.
You know,
And
we're
we
asking
don't want to be
people,
that.
and we don't count on you people for overhead. You know, it'd be nice if YouTube made that kind of money, but it hasn't for years.
Yeah. So,
They took
like,
it all.
Twitch is the live streaming format, and that's what I'm looking at to do the live streaming, like, videos of, like, the pool pond, the Bellagio tank, the 4400. If I can get those three up live stream 24 hours a day, and we make money on them, I'm no problem.
John Montoya says, Jerry looks like he smokes indica, am I right? Indica, sativa, rudialis, there's a few of them.
Burnt banana peels.
No, there's more strains in that culture than you can think
James
of.
McNally says, when I earn enough money and see you two roasting each other, I'll pay more. Here's to you, James.
I don't work under duress.
I don't work under your dress either.
Punjabi, Oregon. I'm going to get me one. Rubber Punjabi.
Okay.
Be like
Things
Johnson
have calmed
Sharp
down. I
used
can
to
sit
be.
back and relax a little bit. I like that. I don't have no responsibilities this weekend.
Does no, she's not supposed to show up tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a hold of the
The
nursing company, and they got a hold of all nursing. Nobody's
Okay.
coming, and they get the weekend off. Even Nurse Jackie called me and says, "What's going on with
I know,
Tracy?" You know,
yeah.
she's so caring. I love her.
No, this is not ditchweed. It's a tundra plant. It's got to knock your head down to it. Got to be careful. It's the opposite of ditchweed.
Oh yeah, you guys can't even see. This is a big, thick
But
T-shirt.
its buds are
There's-
only about the size of your
There you go.
fingernail.
My chest is wider than my belly now. Ouch. This, I don't know.
I know he wasn't bragging about his weight loss this morning, so I just assumed he gained weight.
No, it's the same weight as I go today, so I ain't bragging. You know, when I drop a pound or two a night, I come out bragging about it.
Yeah.
If I stay the same, okay. I ate a little bit. No, I got some lunch meat in
No,
today.
if you don't say
So I
anything,
ate the-
that means you ate some, you gained weight.
Right. Well, no, I had the Swiss cheese and the hard salami I got from the DoorDash thing.
Well,
And I ate that with a little bit of mustard and like twice yesterday. So I got on the scale today and I did not lose any, you know, so. Colin Churchill says rich color is hair. No, do you see all this gray? Look, this is the color of my hair. Do you see that gray? It's not the same color. If I colored my hair, it'd be the same color as this. Period. This is my color. This is my top of my head. Mandy Davis says, Jerry and Rich, you are a great duo on YouTube. Always make us laugh all the time. There you go. Thank you. Monster Fishing says, Jerry is ruthless. He fucking is. He's ruthless.
it's not ruthless, man. It's lack of patience.
D-Vet says, I watch every video and look forward to them coming out. Every time I see them posted, I holler out to my girlfriend, the boys dropped another banger. Thank you. Thank you, D-Vet. You're awesome. Joanna Nell says, you look good in your suit. No, I only had the suit coverall on or overcoat. I then tried on this shirt and the pants, and I was able to fit them both. The pants, after I got them buttoned, I was able to pull off of me without unbuttoning them, and they came right down to my ankles. So yeah, I'm too big. I'm too small for my big suit. Now I'm looking for the 44 long suit. I'm probably about 48 right now because the 50 long was too big for me. So if I can get into that 44 long, I've got a real expensive, nice suit that my dad thought I was. He said, "You look like a preacher. I'm so proud of you." Blah blah blah. I love that suit, and it's sitting in the closet waiting. So once I reach that, I know I'm back down into all my clothes weight. So.
James McNally sent us a super chat.
Oh, nice.
He didn't ask any questions or anything, but I got one for you. Is that 2 pounds or 2 euros?
Yeah, I see a
I don't know
an
which
E
thing.
in front of the 2.
They are. It's yeah.
It's 2 GPB, whatever that means.
You got me on that one. I don't pay that much attention to it, but it just is curiosity. I'm allowed to ask questions too.
No, you ain't.
Kiss my what?
He said, "Kiss my what?"
I could have swore he said he wanted to kiss them.
You something else, Jerry. You something else. You know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
You might understand why we work better separately. Now he does what he does, and I go and do what I gotta do.
I do the
work a lot
shop vac and
better
clean
that
up the
way.
messes that he makes.
One of these days, we're gonna have to get Reaper over here so he can film the 2 of us trying to cook in that kitchen together.
Right?
That's gonna be the 3 Stooges all over the place. Because Reaper's gonna have his fingers in it. Such a foodie he is.
Yeah, but here's the difference. I use sugar in my marinara sauce that lessen the acidity. The Reaper will not eat it if there's sugar in there.
Acid.
He loves that acid
I like-
flavor.
I like it more acidic than sweet. Last time Sue after you tried with you in the kitchen, she had to threaten to slap your hand if you handed her one more gadget.
I was trying to help.
Yeah, James McNally sent us 5 or whatever those are. GPS. And still no explanation.
Thank you. Monster Fishing says, how long have you and Jerry known each other?
3
Well,
years.
It's been 3 years I met him. And he came during the live stream. And I come out there. I'm like, he's like, hey, I'm here to move in. I'm like, who the hell are you? Yeah.
Those weren't his words.
That was my words.
He said, who the fuck are you?
Oh, yeah, that was my words. So he started talking. I'm like, look, I don't have time. Come in, sit down. I've got the live stream going. And I went and finished the live stream. And then I went and talked to Jerry. Damn, I got the hiccups like I've been drinking. Jesus.
Well, you're still on your second.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I've been here ever since.
Robbie Wilson says British pound sterling, BPS.
BPS. Okay, I got it.
But what is,
What's the symbol for euros?
no. If it's $5 BPS, what is that in American? Is that like, $5 American? Is that like 30 cents? Is that like $20? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
DT Knox was $5 says stop flooding OFR.
I will if you will.
That's like telling Jerry to stop getting high. Okay, it's just not
That
going
ain't gonna happen.
Colin Churchill says, I'm glad Rich allowed Jerry to stay. He makes it funny. He is
You
a
want to hear funny? The next morning, I didn't show up empty-handed. I showed up with food for everybody, fish included,
except me.
and I showed up with live fish. He's not
He
gonna
showed
throw
up with
me out.
fish food.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed I'm at least going to be here tonight. Okay. The next day, I'm putting away frozen shrimp in a freezer. And the first time I meet Reaper, and he steps around the corner with his camera, and he goes, "This elderly gentleman showed up to volunteer today. How long are you going to be here for?" And I looked at him straight faced.
You rock his world.
Till Rich throws me out. And Reaper actually had nothing to say.
He was like dumbfounded.
Till Rich throws me out. I did tell Rich, I says, you won't have to throw me out because the minute I feel that I'm not pulling my weight, I'll leave.
Oh, no. You've done great, Jerry. I mean, everybody gets into little tiffs and this and that. You've gotten mad. I've gotten mad.
Well, that's how
You
we
know
get
what?
things done.
Right. And then
I
you
mean,
work past it.
we were both right today because
Oh, no, you were wrong.
you know, was I wrong? People will tell you I'm right. They've done it. Anyway, I was doing a water change on the 540. And I had a couple inches to go, so I came in to warm up my coffee. And I'm going back out there. And Rich tripped over my hoses, and he just kicked them out of the way and pulled them out and said, it wasn't running anyway. And I said, but it was running.
No, you
And
had a
no,
clamp.
We
You
were
had-
both
no, listen,
right.
You weren't though.
No.
Listen. You
Yeah.
had a clamp at the top of the 540
Right.
to the hose, and it was going down. It was an inch above the water.
Yeah.
So once I tripped over this, I looked up there and I'm like, why is this hose even here? It's not running. And I took it out. And then same thing on the
It's not
Bellagio.
running because you pulled the feed end out of the Bellagio.
No.
Yeah, no, somebody did because
That's
that's where that
possible.
water came from. So it wasn't running when you saw it. It was running when I saw it. So we were both right.
Okay, I'll go with that. You're like my big sister who's telling me I better listen to her.
Yeah. Damn it. 5 USDs is $3.66 in BPS, British pound sterling.
Murray Dean goes, hey, Fishy family, I'm late again. Caught up a few Z's. Long night, long day. Hey, Jerry, who's that skinny guy sitting in Big Rich's place?
Oh, you had to say something, didn't you?
I had to say something.
Yes, it ain't
Thank
big
you,
enough
Marie.
already. No, you can't put him on a pedestal. He has to do that.
No, I like everybody else doing it for
You
me.
know some of the best advice I ever got?
What's that?
Don't take anything personal, especially the good stuff.
The other day, okay, I come out here. Yeah, it was yesterday actually, and I'm getting skinnier, so I'm wearing skinnier clothes. Let me tuck this into my pants back here. Okay, this is a 3X shirt, but I'm skinnier. My chest is actually wider than my belly now. So Latrice comes out there, and I'm talking to her, and she's like, "So what's your weight today?" And I told her 268. I'm feeling so light, and she goes, "Oh really? That's great for you." And she goes, "Do you feel any better getting up out of the chair or better than?" I tell her, I'm like this. I do this to her. Right? I put my hand on my belly, put my other hand behind my head, and I go, "Oh, I feel like just dancing." And she's like, "Oh my God, my eyes, my eyes!" And she starts. Latrice is so funny. So she did not want to know no more information.
I know where I got that information. Where I got that advice.
Probably you got it from me because I
No,
teach you
I know
everything
exactly where I got it. And it wasn't all that damn long ago. Well, about maybe 20 years ago. Seems like yesterday. A very good friend of mine and blues musician told me that when we were both fighting a similar problem in life. And it just stuck with me, man, because, you can't put me on a pedestal. I have to do it. I have to take those good things and make myself, okay, no, man, and you can't do it. I have to. And I was having trouble with people trying to pay me for the guru, following me around, wanting to, me to do ceremony with him and all this happy shit. And just by not taking the good stuff personally, I was able to eliminate that problem.
Okay.
And
Glad it worked for you.
yeah, I don't need a whole following of people. Matter of fact, it's not the first time I've left an area because I had too many people chasing me around.
Okay, here's the thing, guys. From now on, it's hashtag grumpy old man is Jerry's following. Okay.
We got somebody already that says they're here for the grumpy old man.
All the time. We get that all
Here
the
for the
time.
content, stayed for the grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one guy. I can't remember his name, but thank you.
James Beasley says Temensas peacock bass size in a 500-gallon max size, 24 to 36 inches.
Yeah,
We
right,
got
the
one at
500
38
gallon.
inches that came from a 4-foot by 4-foot pond.
Yeah,
Okay,
500-gallon tank.
they'll
You
get
get
bigger.
that big.
It was bigger than 500 gallon, but it was 4-foot by 4-foot, so they can get bigger. Barb
Make sure
Stevens
it
says,
stays healthy.
"Hell yeah, go Slim Shady. You look fine as hell." Oh damn! Hi Barb. Keep it up. You're going to need a bodyguard to keep the women away. Just kidding. You do look good though. Thank you, Barb. That's amazing. I appreciate that.
Well, we got quite a crew on here. They were trying to set me up, wondering how come you haven't set me up with a girlfriend yet or something.
Well, because all the guys that kept replying.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
not. You're not sorry at all.
Oh shit.
Hey, I'm sorry. I stuffed my foot in my mouth. again.
Harley Jem says hashtag grumpy crypt keeper. I love this. This is so fun. D-Bet says, the overall takeaway I get from these videos is staying positive, doing a little bit every day compounds into something great. You don't have to solve it all in a day. Just move forward. Exactly. I tell people all the time, and D-Bet, thank you. Thank you. You've got a long list to do, and you look at it and you're like, oh, there's so much to do. And you get discouraged. Take one thing off that list to do and get it done. whether it's go to the store and buy the parts to do the next step, do that. And then you do the next step because you got time left. And you're like, holy shit. Now you're at the third step. You're a third of the way done. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. It's just like, do one step at a time, because when you see the whole picture, you're so discouraged. It's so much to do. I walk out there, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much to do. Let's do one little thing at a time. And next thing you know, it's taken care of. And you're halfway through your list to do. We keep doing that every day. And then at nighttime, I put on more things on there. You know, what we learned today, we need this, we need that, we have to do this, we have to do that. And it goes on my list to do. And I take my list to do when I get community service people that are saying they're going to be here. I go through all the 100 things I have to do, and I put the most important things at top. And that's what we accomplished that day, is the first thing. Then go to the second thing. Then go to the third thing. Then go to the fourth thing. Next thing you know, we're ahead of the game. How did that happen? It just happens. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at it all as this is too much. Everybody will fall into that game. It's too much. I have to do this, and that, and this and that. It's too much. You don't end up doing nothing. Do it one step at a time, and you'll be amazed how many steps you eliminate. And you're like, oh my God, I'm like 9 steps down on this list to do. It's amazing, you know. So DeBetter says, the overall takeaway I get from these videos is staying positive and doing a little bit every day compounds into something great. You don't have to solve it all today. Just move forward. Exactly. That is profound right there. That's profound. Jamal Beasley says, Florida Gar size tank, 450 gallon, 24 inch, 36, 48 inches. Okay, Florida Gar don't get to 48 inches. They only get to about 2 foot. If you have an alligator gar, they can get up to 12 foot or so.
You could do an alligator gar up to 40 inches in that tank.
Yeah.
It depends on what kind of a 450 it is. You got a long one.
Well, alligator gar don't bend easily, so they have to make the bend at the end of the tank to turn around, right?
If you got
so you need a wider footprint on the 450 than a length footprint. Go ahead, Jerry.
About the same footprint as a king size waterbed, but only about 500 gallons. And you could actually put a nice ray in the bottom too, and still keep your gar. Oh, wait a minute. Jared, somebody told me who the grumpy old man commentator was.
I don't know.
Back up.
Okay, you can do that. James McNally says, what's going to happen to Jerry if he's too ill to work at the rescue? Well,
whatever we can.
If he's too ill to work at the rescue, he's shown that he's worthless. And I'm kidding, Jerry. I'm kidding, brother. I'm kidding. If Jerry gets sick, we're going to give him time to heal up. Okay, period. He's proved himself. He belongs here. That's all there is to it.
I'm gonna outlive Rich.
I love you for saying that, but
No, you don't.
That's funny.
Oh, the grumpy old man commenter goes by one more round.
Okay.
Is that who it is?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Murray Dean says, Jerry is family. All hail that. Drink to Murray Dean.
Thank you, Murray.
DeBetter says, I would want to come help out the rescue for a weekend and stay in the drag room. It looks legendary. Let me know when you're free. I'm telling you, I let somebody else stay there because they were in need. And then, they were only saying, I need a place for like 7 days. We let them stay in the basement for our next, week, and then they found a place. So I always keep Josh's room open for outsiders that want to come in here and stay for a few days. So yeah, if you fit that bill and you want to come in, you're paying for your travel to get here. You don't have to pay for the weekend. You don't have to pay for food. You don't have to pay for nothing. We take care of you. You know.
Jerry's over our family. You're stuck with him now.
Yeah, Harley. You know, we can't find a way to get rid of him. So I mean, he's here.
Tommy
Is
Chong's
Jerry Tommy Chong's brother?
I might be Tommy Chong's character's half brother. Tommy Chong's an actor.
I mean, look at you going back to reality.
Cheech and Chong weren't stoners. They were comedians.
They were stoners too.
Well, after the fact. Not coming into it.
You go to Tommy Chong and you're like, you've never smoked
Chong,
weed in your life.
No. But the two of them.
Cheech was more into movies and doing that kind of stuff, and maybe laying off the weed as much. But Tommy Chong did not. You know.
Yeah, but neither of them were true stoners.
You hear this old bastard? He calling on Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin as they weren't real stoners. Yes, they were. Did you not see them at the stop sign when the cops pulled up?
That's acting.
Oh my goodness. Whips World's here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Marco Cobdruff says, I love Jerry. And Monster Fishing says, they are definitely stoners, Jerry.
Yeah, their characters are, yes.
No, in real life, I believe they are
They
stoners.
couldn't stand at the same table with Willie Nelson.
Neither can you.
Yes, I could.
You think you can keep up with Willie Nelson?
I don't stop talking about I can sit at the same table with him and smoke with him.
Right.
And keep up.
You think you can keep up?
I think so, yeah. I don't even have to think about it.
He's like, fuck Willie Nelson.
I'd love to have a good conversation with him.
Bob the Pearson says, if Jerry wasn't there, who would flood the floor? Any clown that was here after Jerry. Monster Fishing says, I believe in Jerry.
Where's your clown hat?
I don't know, but James Manelli says there's no retirement home near the rescue. The rescue is the retirement home.
Mine.
Marie Dean says, let's call Willie. Lorenz says, Jerry taught Willie Nelson how to smoke
No,
weed.
I didn't. No. No, it wasn't.
Sebastian says, all right, Willie has been officially challenged.
It's not a challenge.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my ex-wife would shit her pants. I'm not
It's a
kidding.
good thing
man.
she's not watching.
Willie Nelson is her idol type.
Ah.
You know, I mean, you know.
Summerlee says,
the
Latrice,
music
Latrice, guys.
Actually, before we had our first baby, my ex-wife kept up with me pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. After she turned into a mama, and you know how that goes.
They're all
Yeah.
into it, for sure. Okay, Monster Fishy says, I told you, Jerry is ruthless and the best person he ever needs to do stand-up comedy.
Oh.
Lorenz says, I think Jerry can play better guitar than Willie.
No,
What the
no,
fuck? Hell no.
I would like to know just what he's forgotten about playing.
Right.
I mean, I literally, because I don't play guitar. I play with it. I've been playing with it for over 50 years.
I play
fingers-
guitar.
My fingers dance and everything, but I don't play guitar. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what chord
But I
I'm
do
in.
play
I
guitar, and
don't-
every once in a while you play with me.
No, I ain't biting.
He's not biting on that one. Ooh, Arlie Boggs says, no offense to Jerry, but I believe Willie Nelson would smoke him under the table. He's the only person who has ever outsmoked Snoop Dogg. That's what I'm saying, Jerry.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
the idea is to still be able to have a decent conversation. If you can't talk anymore, then you kind of, you lost. You know.
OG Foster says, Jerry can play the kazoo.
I have not found an instrument yet that I couldn't make sing.
Really?
Really.
You play guitar?
I don't play guitar. I can make it sing.
Okay.
I can make it sing like an angel. But I don't know what I'm doing.
Ronaldo says, Rich, did you learn guitar and then get into bass, or did you start with the bass and stick with it? No. I played for 18 to 23 years in multiple bands. I was a Third Degree, which is the main band. I was with Dirty Tricks before that. I was in Running Wild before that. And then I played guitar, And then when I left them, after 27 years or whatever, I went to Ultraviolence, which I had to fill in. If you guys look up online, you might find Ultraviolence, but there was the 4 people. We're talking Jim Davenport. Oh shit. Oh, let me see.
Oh no.
Len Lentock, and then there was the old bassist Chris Barwise. I replaced him, and then there was I forget the other one. Whatever. But anyways, I replaced the bassist because he's having a kid and he quit banding, and these guys needed somebody, and they were very important and high on my list of friends, and I started playing bass for them and became their bass player. So it was playing guitar first for many years and then playing bass. And man, I worked my ass off trying to play bass for these guys. It was amazing. I cannot believe it.
It's a different instrument. I mean, you can still play some of the same riffs. But
Arlie Bogg says, Rich, do you and your old bandmates ever get together and play anymore, whether it shows or just have a jam? Yes, they come by every once in a while, once or twice a year, and we'll end up, drinking, and then we'll end up on the instruments in the basement. Since Jerry's been here, not so much, because he's living in the band room, So we have jammed up in the kitchen. We've jammed in the dining room there, but Whips World says, you get into the suit pants yet? Hell yeah, I did. Not only did I get them in, the last time I wore them, there is a little clip right on the suit pants, and then there's like a 2-inch extension that has a button on it. So you clip your clip and you put the button on. I couldn't fit them no more. I extended it and I put a zip tie from that hole of that extension to the zip tie of the button. And that's how I wore the pants. And now I eliminated all that. I got the clips to clip back together and then was able to button the button and was still able to pull them off of my hips wearing shorts underneath. I pulled them off my hips and down to my ankle. I did not need to unbutton them. I am way less than that size 50 suit. So I measured everything and it turns out I'm a 48 right now. I have a size 44 in the closet that I can't wait to get back into because it's a very expensive suit, very nice looking suit, and it impressed my dad. So
somebody said they didn't believe that I've been playing with it for over 50 years.
Jerry's been playing with himself for over 50 years.
I'm 76 years old. And when I was in the 4th grade, I was in the music room at the school, and there was this 57 Harmony archtop guitar sitting there, and it was humming. It was sitting there making music without nobody touching it because it was going along with the other instruments that were playing, responding to the vibrations.
Okay.
I tried to steal that guitar 3 times. The damn thing was as big as I was, and I couldn't get it out of the damn building. I still loved all I had on Harmony Art Shop, but it wasn't as responsive as that one was.
All right. Well, I'll put these up. There's my 3. I got one more here, guys.
So
One
he's
more.
like, I played at Woodstock. No, I was in the penitentiary during Woodstock.
No, Jerry wanted to go to Woodstock.
No, I didn't. I don't like those kind of parties. Okay, go ahead.
But the band he was with, couldn't play without him, and he couldn't make it. So, that's all that happened. Can Jerry play the bagpipes?
I never tried one.
Can you suck on this? Sorry, Jerry. Okay, all you gotta do is blow into a bagpipe. That's all. And then you squeeze the rest out.
There's more to it than that.
You think?
Yeah. I know enough about it to know there's more to it than that.
Early Boggs, Latrice. Here you go, Latrice.
The one instrument I tried that gave me hell was the didgeridoo,
Okay.
because you gotta double breathe. You gotta make the same sound going with your breath going out as you do going in.
Well, okay.
It's rebreathing, and it's an art all unto itself.
Bathing in Diamond says, Rich, are you getting hit by this storm too? I mean, we hear it's going to be here Sunday. We're going to get 12 inches of snow. I don't know. I do have generators just in case for the fish room. I don't have nothing for Tracy, but luckily Tracy is in the hospital now. So they will take care of Tracy. I mean, the worst case scenario, if I ever hear anything like this, it would just destroy me. I've worked for the last 6 years taking care of Tracy, and now she's in a hospital, and then she perishes because of a storm. Oh my God, I would be devastated. I wouldn't be on here anymore. I'm done. That's the love of my life. She's such a sweetheart. She's such a good girl. She deserves to be married to me again. She deserves to see her grandkids again. And I'm doing everything I can to bring her out of this. At that point, I would think if that happened and she passed, I would think God hates me and there's no. I would be broken. I would be broken.
Playing the bagpipes is a girl's instrument. You need to wear a skirt. It's called a kilt. And no, thank you. I could claim a tartan plaid.
If you stand up and all I gotta do is do this, okay, I can tell people whether you wear underwear under a kilt or not.
That's why you carry a dirk,
What's a dirk?
a double-edged blade about this long and about that wide.
So if I looked under your skirt, you'd stab me?
I'll pop your titty, bitch.
You're a mean motherfucker. Oh shit. I can't even find out if the Scottish wear underpants under a kilt because Jerry would stab me with his dirk. You're at Monster Fishing. He's like, damn, Jerry.
I do have Scottish. Actually, I've got as much Scottish in my blood as I do Cherokee. I'll carry my feathers with pride, but I ain't wearing a kilt.
Bob Taylor says, said, hashtag Tracy's safe at home. Aw,
That's
thank
right.
you. I can't wait
That's
for her
right
to come
that you
back.
read that one.
I have a mission in life. I have to take care of my baby. And, as long as I'm doing that, everything that I do isn't for nothing. I go without sleep. That's cool. I do this, I do that, I take care of this, and I take care of that. It's cool. I got to take care of Tracy. It's cool. I know that's what I got to do, And it feels so weird that she's not here and I don't have to take care of her.
I'm
It feels
sorry.
weird.
I sounds like I'm laughing at you, but I'm not. I'm reading ahead here.
What's that?
Harley Jeff says, "Pop your titty, bitch needs to be on a T-shirt and a mug."
Yeah, fuck Jerry. Oh shit. There we go. Feet back here. There we go. I can sit up straight.
Well, we only got about 4 minutes left here.
Dude, I came in here and I hit my chair, and instead of going down like 6 inches and being padded, it went down like a full 1.5 and hit. Clunk. I'm like, what the hell? My chair's bad. So I
It look
stand
like
up.
we're the same height here. Huh?
I stand up and I pull the thing and I stand back up and it resets it at the height. And I go to sit on it and it went clunk. Right. So then Marcus was here and he's like, "Oh look, let me do this." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Let me do this." And I stood up, I pulled the chair up, and then he pushed the lever down.
Yeah, I locked it.
I sat on it and it was like, 6 inches of cushion. I was like, "Oh, this is better. Thanks, Marcus."
Familiar with the chair design. How are the fish doing in the outside pond? To the best of my knowledge, okay. We're still open water. Tomorrow will kind of be the deciding factor.
Whoops World says, "Do you get that white pipe painted yet, Big Rich?" Of course we did. It's on today's video. We got it painted tonight, and that'll be on like Wednesday's video. Or no, Wednesday's gonna be Josh's. It'll be on my Friday video. Barb Stevens says, "Are you guys ready for the almighty snowstorm coming?" I don't know, Barb. I need a little snuggle bunny. You should be here. Why aren't you here? I got a snowstorm coming. No, seriously. We have backup generators when it gets so bad that the electric goes out. We have a big generator that can run all the pumps and the air outside. And then we have a small electrical generator that can run like Tracy's equipment inside, but she's not here. So I think we'll be okay this big, storm coming. In other words, Barb, as much as the storm hits, we could be here with no lights and still dancing in the moonlight. Okay. Brian Jennings is leaving. Says, "Good night, Jerry and Rich. God bless." All right. So, anyways, back to my diet. I ordered some food. I spent probably $40, and I got like a couple, 2 things of bologna, $3 a piece, and that helps me. Like if I'm hungry and I don't want to eat, I'll go out and I'll grab 2 pieces of bologna, roll them up, and I'll eat that, and then drink water afterwards, and then fill my belly. We got some salami and some Swiss cheese, and I haven't gained weight, but I haven't lost weight in the last couple of days. I've hit a plateau at 268. That's okay. I'm not eating much, and it'll come out. Next time I go to the bathroom, number 2, which is like 5-6 days apart, I will lose that weight instantly, and then keep going. Okay. Bob Taylor says only 103 likes. James McNally says that's how we scare enemies off. Okay.
About the snow.
Barb Stevens says that sounds good. We can get snowed in fun times. Okay, another way we can put videos out.
Oh, that's what he means. That's how we scare our enemies off. We lift our kilts and scare them.
Yeah, for sure. Our Steven says, I finally got my axolotls to breed and I raised them. They're 3 months old now, and now there's so many. I'm so happy. I never thought I could do that, but I kept saying, if Big Rich can, I can. Hell yeah, Barb. Hell yeah.
Go for it.
It's not hard if you just do the right parameters, and you got lucky and did the right parameters.
Check and see if there's a wild environment that will handle them. One of the problems with the oxals is that they lost all of their homing. There's no environment to return them to. So they're going extinct, except for in the hobby. It'd be nice to get them back into the wild
Suan
again,
says,
but you have to have some place to put them.
right. Suan says, I'm ready for the storm. I can make my bread cereal, and we are stocked up on toilet paper. I hope we can make it through the weekend. Suan, ain't supposed to be here till Sunday. Drive out here now, and you get to spend the whole weekend with OFR, making it through the storm.
I would make enough pancakes to last all weekend.
Oh, we got enough to make pancakes, for sure. Whips World says, Ohio Fish Adventures, a Big Rich and Banana Boy. You're Banana Boy now.
No.
Oh, Whip, you're the best. I'm Big Rich. This is Banana Boy. We're here to kick ass.
I'm gonna have to hold a receipt on that, Will. Banana Boy.
The Adventures of Big Rich and Banana Boy. That's awesome. That's so great.
I will feed you to a Wookiee.
Oh, that's the greatest. Oh, shit.
There it is, actually. I gotta go get my chores done.
Yeah.
I wanna check on them. Make sure everybody's warm and cozy out there.
Okay. We're good. I'll make sure everybody's warm and cozy in here.
Enjoy.
Look how light we are. This is too light. This is not right.
Yeah,
Our picture don't look good.
the glare on those. Well, good different bulbs in those lights or something.
Yeah, I need 100 watt instead of
Our
40.
glasses are horrible.
Right.
Or you start playing with it. He's gonna start playing with the picture. We see you guys later.
I'm playing with the picture.
I'm out of here. Travel well,
Yeah.
my friends. And
I
stay
need
fishy.
to zoom in on what it's saying because I can't see it. Picture. Okay, zoom.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Okay, I got it.
You got it?
Yep. Let's go to this camera. Yeah, zoom, focus, exposure, aperture, pan, tilt, roll. Okay, we need some like brightness or some shit. There we go. Let's turn the brightness down a little bit. There we go. This should make everything better. Let's go down here and say, okay.
Now that it's the end of the program, we'll
Right.
make everything better.
Okay. Now how's that? How's that
We got
look?
our cart in front of our horse again.
How's that look, Jerry? Much better, right?
Hey, there's not near as much glare on your glasses.
Right. Brooks World says you need some sun, Big Ridge. Banana Boy is washed out. He's almost clear. All right, we're good. You guys gotta let me know at the beginning of the night that we're too bleached or stonewashed or whatever, and you want us to have a better picture. Let us know. So I talked to a Skylar on the last couple days, and she's like, how do I put this? Being very busy, acting like she don't have time, acting this or that, whatever. And I'm like, it's okay. I just wanted to have something to say to the guys because everybody seems to talk about you every week. And I don't know, whatever. But Loren says, Big Rich admitted you miss Skylar. I do miss Skylar because of her sweet ways when she was sweet. But, she's just such a mean person that after she says this or that, she means it and she's like very mean. I don't understand how, I don't know. I don't know. She is a decent person and she did turn everything around on me. She is basically a narcissist or a close second relative to a dismissive avoidant. I don't know. Loren says, Big Rich, you miss Skylar's belly rubs. If I ever got belly rubs, I'd definitely miss it from whoever it was. But, now I try and talk to her and she's like, you can pursue me as a friend. I'm like, what else am I pursuing you as? And then she don't answer me. And, so I'm talking to her like, 3 or 4 days and she don't answer me once. I'm like, this is retarded. I asked you this, I said this, and then you're not even answering me. I don't understand it, So, I'm going to move back on with my life and, blah, blah, blah. And, that's done. Barb Stevens says, if you find another Maine Coon, think of me. I really love this. I bought that cat for Tracy and it didn't work out. It didn't help her. And then Skylar took over taking care of it for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. And when I told her, I can't deal with you treating me like shit. You're going to have to move out or you're going to have to treat me better. She chose to move out. And at that point, she's talking to me about it. I'll pay for the cat, this, that. I'm like, no, you're that cat's mother. That cat loves you. You love that cat. Just take him, That's how it happened. Barb, if you want a Maine Coon, you're going to have to be my woman and take care of things here for me and make sure that I'm taken care of and you're handling things and I'll buy you a Maine Coon. I mean, I bought the last one. I didn't buy it for Scott. I bought it for Tracy trying, she was awake and she had like these moments of clarity. And then I thought, because that's her favorite cat, it would help her come out. And it did, And I don't want to take care of a cat. I don't want to take on more jobs around here. I'm taking care of 157,000 animals. I don't want more. So, when Skylar was leaving, I let her take the cat. It's not a big deal. Randy Kosh says, why'd she leave? Because I told her, you cannot treat me like shit. You're going to have to either treat me nicer or you're going to have to move out because I cannot be treated like this. And she chose to move out. She called her father. He came that day with a 26-foot box truck, and I helped him load the truck, and then they left. And she's never been back since. It was her choice, not mine. I wanted her to treat me nicer and stop being mean to me. I'm giving you a free place to stay. I'm taking care of you. I'm helping you out. I got you this cat. I bought you the what do you want to call it? Deus 2 metal detector. you know, so you'd be happy and all this other stuff. And now you're acting like you can't be here, this and that. So I'm like, fine, that's cool. You know, I gave my parameters, and that was that. She took the cat and left. That's fine. It's okay. I wasn't like dating her. I wasn't like her man, but I had to stand up for myself because you can't treat me like this while I'm doing all this for you. You can't be this mean. And she chose to move out with her father instead of being nicer to me. All she had to do was be nice. I don't ask for much. Be nice. I'm giving you a free place to stay. I'm taking care of you. I'm helping you out. If you have any ex-boyfriends show up, I'm there, you know, protecting you from them. You know, it never. It just. She was just mean. She was a mean person. Contrast says, you're right. She should treat you with respect. That's all I asked for. That's it. A little bit of respect. James McNally, does Skylar have autism? Yes, she fucking does. She has ADHD, and her little brother has autism, and now she thinks she has a little bit of autism. No, I know for a fact she's got autism. So I don't know. I just know that if I do this much for you, I expect a little bit of thank you in return, not treating me like shit. And when I say the words, you can't treat me like this no more, or you're going to have to move out, I would expect you to be nicer to me and say, I'm sorry, and be nicer to me, not move out. Well, she moved out. And, you know, ever since then, she's like acting like I'm the problem. What do you mean I'm the problem? You know, I wouldn't let you treat me like shit. So I don't know. Who cares? It's done. All I know is I don't know what I'm going to have to do because it's been 6 years of me taking care of Tracy, and it doesn't look like she's heading any better. I mean, my worst nightmare is to think that I may have to look into dating somebody else because I'm taking care of her body. She don't seem like she's ever coming back. You know, I don't want that in my life. You know, Tracy was a sweetheart. I want to be there for her. I'm going to be there for her. It's just so, I don't know. Life is fucked. It is so fucked. All I know is if Tracy continues to show me that she's trying to come back, I will give her all the time in life to come back and be remarried and have everything she ever wanted. I will take care of her. Xanthi says, it must be hard not having someone to call your own and be together. You know, it's so rough because every night I go to bed and there's nobody there. I go to bed knowing that I'm doing the best I can to take care of my ex-wife who has screwed me over, and I'm doing the best that I can to take care of her. And I know that if she was able to talk to me, she'd tell me all she wanted to be was remarried to me, because I read her letters, you know, after she died. I read all this stuff. That's all she wanted was to be remarried to me. And, you know, it's really rough. You know, not knowing if they're ever going to come back, not knowing. I mean, I keep on playing the good thing. You know, I'm there every day. I'm there taking care of her. I don't go out. I don't, you know, miss a night. You know, this and that. One time in 6 years, I overslept in the morning, and the nurse showed up, and Tracy wasn't changed, and she was, you know, and she screamed and yelled at me. And I will never have another human on this planet ever talk down to me again. I am doing my job, and I will do my job. I will take care of her. You know, I fucked up that one night. I went to sleep and I didn't wake up through her, you know, bullshit. All the alarms, anything, you know, I didn't wake up. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. So, anyways, Michelle Puritan. Oh, hi, Michelle. She's from the nursing home down the street. She's helped us out so much. She goes, I understand where you come from. I see it every day at work. You're a great guy, Rich. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Santi says it's a tricky situation, really hard to figure out. You are doing your best, Rich. You are a good dude. Thank you. You know, I don't know. If Tracy would wake up and be right here, I wouldn't. There's nobody else I'd want her to wake up to as me, you know, and let her know that I've taken care of everything. You've had a few grandchildren. You've been down for this many years, you know, and I could talk her back, you know. Just like when she was younger, she went to the hospital and they kept her medication from her, and she went into a delusional period where she didn't know my name for like 3 months. And you know, every day I'm telling her, you know, this and that happened, this happened, you know, blah blah blah. And then, you know, it turns out once I started getting through to her, she remembered things, and then she started remembering more, and then the next day she remembered everything. And she's like, I can't believe you tried this long. You know, you're so good to me. You're so, you know, and she remembered everything. It was amazing. Love that. It was like 51st dates. Best ending ever, you know. It was awesome. And you know, in this situation, I don't know. James now says people with autism needs to repeat it twice. Okay. Look here, bitch. No, I'm kidding. Loren says Latrice picture. We don't have a picture of Latrice. She's always been, you know, the main nurse out there. We never have videos in there, this and that, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I've never gotten a picture of Latrice. Xanthi says, if you did move on with another, I think people would understand, and Tracy would too. It's completely understandable. But see, no. Even if I moved on with somebody, if Tracy would make this comeback, I would be right there ready to marry her. You know, and that's all she wanted in our relationship was for me to remarry her. And, you know, I feel that she died for her sins, for whatever she did to me. I can't hold it against her no more. I love her. She's a good girl, and she's, you know, she wanted to be back together. And now, you know, I'm taking care of her, and she has no say-so over her own thing. I just feel that if she wakes up enough to be able to talk or say what she wants, I'm willing to give her what she wants. I don't care if there's another girl involved or whatever. I've been with Tracy for like 45 years. If she wanted me, I'd be right back in the picture, you know? Do I want to go 20 years with no nookie, no feeling of touch, no girlfriend? No, of course not. But I'm not looking to replace Tracy. I love Tracy. She's my girl. And she has came around from as bad as she was. She became a good wife to my kids, a good mother to my kids, a good wife to me. And even then, after that, she, you know, she was a good girl. You know, Harley says Tracy is and always will be first. James Nally says, who's going to take care of you, Big Rich? Nobody. I've never had nobody take care of me. I would love that. I don't know. I don't know. You know, even if like, honey, I love you, just eat this. Eat a little something before you go off to work. I would be like, holy shit, you care about me. I love you, you know? And I'm off taking care of all these problems for all these people, and I'm taking care of everything. And then there's somebody in my corner. I've never had that. I've never had that. I would love to have that for sure. But I can never leave Tracy. You know, I can never, like when this first happened and she broke up with me and, you know, said all she cared about was her boyfriend and I can have the kids and the house and all that stuff. I mean, I hated her. And then 6 weeks later, she's homeless and she's begging me to come back home. And I told her, I will never forgive you. I hate you. But my children deserve not to have an Uncle Bob and Uncle Mike and Uncle Walt and Uncle Stewart or whatever. And all these guys. So if you want me to take care of you, you swear off all guys, period. No men. You give my children everything they need and be their mother. She's like, I don't know how. Well, start watching Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. Watch other programs. Take on the things that you feel is great and, you know, is a good person. And, you know, don't take on the other things. And she did that, and she became a good person after years and years. She became such a good person, and you know, my kids have forgave her because they were like 5, 6 at the time, and Richie forgave her. I have forgiven her completely because she has been there so long with hatred from me. You know, you will never trick me again. You will never, you know, this and that, you know, and she put up with it and she just stayed there and stayed around us. And she just kept on fixing things between her and her kids. And you know what? I have nothing to say bad about this girl at this point. Yeah, it happened in 95. I divorced her in 96. But, you know, and to 24, 25, now 26. This is years later. If she's trying and you can give her any kind of help, you're just being a good person. And then she comes back and, you know, well, maybe that'll work out. Maybe God will let her be completely back. And, you know, then we can have a great family together. You know, I don't know. It's just all weird. I've never had to deal with this. Carly Jam says, Tracy was that she had your back. She did. You were just blind to it out of anger until now. This is absolutely true. I hated her for what she did to this family. But at this point, she went to her deathbed fighting for this family. How could I not forgive her for what she's done? I believe 100% she wanted back with me. I believe 100% she wanted to be remarried to me. She was a good girl. She became good. My kids have forgiven her for what she put them through. Oh, shit. Mr. Anthony says, everyone needs someone to take care of us. Humans crumble without it. I would love to have somebody around here that just cared. Rich, you're doing too much. Rich, let me cook for you. Let Rich calm down. No, I'm strong every day. I go out and I fight for the world and I do everything I can for everybody. Randy Koch says, Tracy will make it back home, Big Rich. can only hope and pray. I miss the hell out of her. Ronaldo says, Rich, can we lighten the mood? Your stripper stories are great. That's not. Oh, shit. Ronaldo says, I'm sorry, Rich. I'm trying to cheer you up. Thank you, Ronaldo. So he says, Big Rich, what time is your next Tracy call? When? Okay, they transferred her out of the Brunswick Cleveland Clinic, and now she's at Medina Cleveland Clinic. And they're, of course, going to rerun every test that Brunswick did, that kind of stuff. And so it's probably an hour and a half from when she reached, which was a half hour ago. So, I mean, I got to wait. Harley Jem says, she knows you've forgiven her. I'm sure of it. You know what? I could never, and I would never steer another guy. Oh, yeah, let your old lady cheat on you. I would never do that. If that fucking bitch thinks that the grass is greener somewhere else, you don't need her. That was my whole theory. But, it was always me holding the relationship together. It was never the woman. And now, if I ran across a woman that would hold the relationship together and do whatever it took, I would be like so grateful. I would be so, I needed you in my life. I want this in my life. You are awesome. Thank you for taking care of me. I grew up without that. I don't have anybody take care of me. I've taken care of everything. Bart Stevens says, let it out, big guy. The first part of healing is forgiving, and you have more heart than the average guy. You're making me sad. I'm sorry, Bart. I don't mean to make you sad. OBG Foster says, let's have a story that ends with Big Rich going to the hospital. Okay. I got some for you. No, I can do this. Let me clear myself real quick. Hang on. Okay. Now, I was, probably 6 years old, and I was in Florida. And I was in probably 2 or 3 foot of water. And, the alarms start going off. The lifeguards start screaming and yelling this and that. Next thing you know, I'm trying to walk my way in, but the water is coming out and it's pushing against me. So I'm walking against the current, and I make my way in a little bit. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, water hits me and moves me like 12 foot forward. And then it starts coming back out again. Well, next thing I know, I got hit from behind, and I have no clue what did it. All I know is all I saw was blood everywhere, and I got my ankle hitting, let's say your leg goes down, right? Your leg comes down and then hits your bone, and then your foot goes forward. At my ankle, I have all these surgery marks where this shark bit my Achilles tendon and ripped it off, right? So now I'm in the salt water with blood just pouring out my leg, pouring out my foot. So I made it to the shore, people helping me, and the blood everywhere, sharks everywhere. Things are going, bad real quick. And I remember being on my way to the hospital, and I've got my foot up on my other ankle, and my foot is touching my calf. And I had to push my foot down to where it don't hold up that much. The bone was broken from the shark, and the only thing holding on the back of my foot, not the tendon. That's where he bit. It was the skin on the outside held my foot in place because he broke through the bone and took the whole, meat of that. And I had my bone foot left, and I had a little bit of bone in the back of my calf left. But the the meat was gone, and then the skin was the only thing touching. So I could take my foot off of my footrest and touch it to my, cap up here. It was horrible. So they get a hold of my mother. She's in Ohio. I'm in Pennsylvania. And, they call her and she makes the mad dash up and this and that. They're going to, 7 doctors going to amputate my foot. The 8th doctor, Dr. Hung Chung Lee, says he'll reattach it, but I'll never walk again. And we went with that, of course. And he reattached it. And my tendon from my back of my foot was missing so much that he had to overlap it. And my foot was pointing straight down for like years. So he sewed it back on. I'm on my front of my toes, pointed down, and I couldn't relieve it. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. I got bit by a shark. 9 doctors said they had to amputate it. The 8th doctor said he would sew it back on, but I'd never walk again. And here I am. No one even knows this. I can show you pictures of my ankle, and you can see the shark teeth biting on both sides. It's pretty rad. You know what I'm saying? But I learned because my mother took my crutches from me, and I learned to walk on crutches without being behind, and I learned to run on crutches to keep up with everybody else. So, I mean, thank you, Mom, for all that you went through to do that. Barb Stevens says, you don't deserve to be hurting. That's better to love the smiling more than crying. Thank you, Barb. You are an amazing person. James says, this is supposed to be a happy show. It usually is. Monster Fishy says, what kind of shark was it? We've never found out. We don't know. I was in 3 foot of water. I don't know. Harley says, it's a happy show with periods of venting other emotions. I'm sorry about that. James McNally, is that the home where she got a bed sore? Yes. She got multiple bed sores. She turned up septic twice and turned into a Cleveland Clinic where they're saying she wasn't getting the good care. This happened, blah, blah, blah. And then I fought and fought and fought to bring her home to me. And since she's been home for 6.5 years, she's not had one bed sore. She's not gone septic once. We take care of her. This is the only thing. We thought it was pneumonia, and now it's worse, and now she's breathing so bad. We cannot keep her at home. She had to go to the hospital where she can get some IV antibiotics. So she's on that, and we'll see what else happens. But I don't believe she'll be back home for 3 or 4 days. So. Weird Matter says, how many cups? This is my 4th drink. Usually I only keep myself at 3. Last week or the week before I went to 7. Not a big deal. This is my 4th. We're okay. Barb Stevens says, it's a fun bipolar show with a little bit of everything. That is awesome. I can't believe you described us like that. That's amazing. Harley Jim says, Rich makes 3 drinks for Friday, sometimes plus. Yes. Weird Matter says, welcome to the bipolar show. I love you guys. You're fucking hilarious. OBG Foster says, wasn't the 7th drink show with the weak booze? Yes. I found out I was drinking 42 proof alcohol and we had 7 drinks that week. And it all made sense after I found that out. You know, I was like, you know, I stopped myself at the 3 drinks because I get too drunk. And then all of a sudden, I'm drinking 7 drinks for the live stream. So, you know, why? How? And next thing you know, we find out that the last person that ordered us alcohol had brought us 42 proof. And now it all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Harley Jim says, my son showed up late and heard Tracy was out of the house and he's yelling at the TV, sleep, Rich. I'm going to sleep tonight for sure. Kiss My Connect says, was at a pet shop earlier, scared my friend pretending my hand got bit from a small croc, head in a tank, jumped so far back. Oh, that kind of sucks. Wow. Okay. There's everybody. Team Tracy or Latrice. All right. So I see everybody's, you know, pretty much caught up. Any more questions, guys? Anything else you want to go through? Weird Matter says, I'm praying for Tracy. Thank you. Here you go. Here's to you. Tracy was such a sweetheart. I mean, if I could show you guys, she was such a sweetheart. She was such a nice girl, you know? She was so just like, she was such a sweetheart. I wish you guys would know her like I know her, you know? And then even after you got a divorce from her and then you see that she's gotten with this guy and blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, she's homeless. You can see how this happened. He promised her the world and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And she was living such a good life. Now she feels that this guy is not supplying shit. You know, it's just, you shouldn't have to be noted on your good qualities because you supply. A girl should give up the illusion of the grass is greener elsewhere because she already has what she likes, right? That's the problem. Everybody's traumatized by the illusion it could be better elsewhere, and you give up this. But you had a good guy. You had a good guy that would never cheat on you. And now you give it up for the illusion of some guy's going to be better. And guess what? It turns out it didn't work. Now where you at? And this guy over here has gone through heartache. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Austin says, you're about to wrap up some projects. Dog bone, 2 new tanks. What big projects are coming up in the summer? Ooh, that's a good question because once I finish the dog bone, which is next, and I finish this sump, which is replacement, the next build we have on hand is building off of the back of the fish room, 16 foot out and 45 foot wide, and putting a big tank in there, 8 foot from front to back, 8 foot tall, and 40 foot wide. The biggest tank ever we can do, and it's going to cost us, we know, but we have to build the building for around it. You know what I'm saying? In other words, the cement has to be thick enough. It has to be built up enough. All that. So, J Rod says, "What is good, Rich? I hope everything gets much better soon. Prayers for Tracy. Cheers to you." Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Here's cheers right back at you. Barb Stevens says, "Good night, Big Rich. Take it easy. Thanks. Relax for a wonderful fishy Friday. Like always, you keep a good vibe. Stay warm and busy, and Tracy will be back where she belongs before you know it. Oh, thank you, Barb. Oh, okay. You guys keep on talking. I'm gonna let you go. Awesome. All right, guys. It is 8:41, quarter to 9. I'm going to get out of here. It's been fun hanging with you. Thank you. This is my Friday night. I can get out. I appreciate it. It's so awesome. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, and we're out of here. But I want you guys to know that I actually absolutely look forward to Fridays to hang out with you guys. I do. It's great. This is my day out. So thank you, and appreciate it. All right. So anyways, bye everybody. End stream. And